So
wow,
that was...
your beard looks really good today.
Well, so actually to explain that, I had a hair in my mouth issues, and so I trimmed, and I ended up slipping when I was trimming one side, so I went too far. So if you notice, there's like a mustache beard separation for the first time ever.
Oh, there is?
Yeah, so I was hoping to grow back in like the 3 days before the show, but apparently I'm not as manly as I thought I was. So
Gotcha.
Hey guys, it's Chris from Enola Gay, and it's time for Valken Debrief Live.
Welcome to the most interactive airsoft show on the interwebs. It's the Valken Debrief Airsoft live show. Each and every episode is sponsored by the fine folks at Enola Gay. Also, don't forget to sign up for the largest growing airsoft community in the world, known as the Valken Alliance. You can link up with other Alliance members throughout your region on our Facebook groups by just searching the Valken Alliance. We also offer Alliance sponsorships for qualified airsoft teams. And the Valken Debrief also shares local and national airsoft events so you don't miss out what's going on in your region. We also give away some sweet products from time to time, so the more you interact, the greater the chance you could win. And we work hard to bring you new and exciting special guests during each episode. You can also find us at many airsoft events throughout the world. And if you miss any of our live casts, you can always catch the rewind on our YouTube channel or SoundCloud. So sit back and get ready for your Valken Debrief.
Warning, the following video contains strong language which may be offensive to some viewers and/or inappropriate for immature airsoft players. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences with common sense only.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Valken Debrief Airsoft live show, and we are on episode number...
hold on, I'm tagging people. Why are you tagging people? There's no one tagging people. Oh, I'm sorry. Are we live?
We are live.
Are we live? Oh, okay.
We are live.
Okay.
We are episode number...
93, right? 93?
92.
92.
Dos.
That's JJ Watt's number, I know.
Dos X.
We are JJ Watting it right now.
So,
hey guys, how's it going?
Thanks for joining the show. I am the Kaiju, the Supreme Commander of the Valken Alliance, and to my right, your left...
Peltest, and before me I see all of you. Wait, what was it? All of BB-Shire. Sorry, it takes me a second now.
Yeah.
It's okay. I've been doing some stuff today. I'm the Lord of BB-Shire. You are my loyal subjects.
You are
here.
Lord Fuzzy Face.
Lord, shh. We are here in official rebellion to the Valken Alliance. We're fighting Lord Commander here, just if you didn't know. I'm starting a resistance. The rebellion, almost. Does that break your heart that you're now the bad guy and I'm the good guy? A little bit?
No, you got hairier feet than me. It's okay.
Ooh, that was a Hobbit joke for all you didn't know.
You know, I've gotten some pictures where I actually look like Gimli. It's just happens to be how my legs were showing to the camera.
I mean, not to insult you, but you are kind of a squat guy.
I've
described myself, if I'm going to use, nerd terms, I'm a dwarf. I'm not the elf, tall and thin. I'm short. I'm stout. I'm obsessed with gold. And I have a gorgeous beard. So my wife doesn't have a beard, so I'm not an actual dwarf.
What happened over there?
What do you mean what happened?
Camera 2.
What do you mean what happened with camera 2?
Oh, there we go. Now that's better.
Well, we were talking earlier. We were doing the guest brief in the green room, and I wanted to take notes before I went over there.
Those are some good notes.
I'm getting more professional as I go. The script supervisor, though, by the way.
This is not professional
whatsoever. I have to give a shout out to our script supervisor. It is looking gorgeous lately. All in order. Wonderful.
I think you scared him. You scared him a couple of weeks ago.
Am I a threatening guy? Am I intimidating in any way? I feel like I'm just kind of a big goofy
when you don't smile.
Ooh, you mean my wife calls it the resting asshole face.
Yes.
Yeah. So
that is for sure. Man, we're already up to 34 viewers. Get your friends in here. Tag your friends. It's very easy. I'm going to show you. I'm going to tag my friend Sal.
He's not his friend. They're not really friends. They're not friends. He just pretends to like him because he's a celebrity on a show. They're not actually friends. But I'm sorry. Did you hear that? Is your mic hot? Okay,
tag your friends. Get in here. Share the show. Let's see if we can get up to 50 and give away some stuff. We gave away last week. We gave away
a grenade.
I
want to give 2 grenades away. How many people do we need to give a second grenade away today?
Well, no. It's like you got to exponentially. Like if we hit 50, it's a grenade. If we can get 100,
Is 100 the cutoff or 75? Because
We'll give
75
away
seems
a
attainable.
gun at 100.
A gun like with bullets in it, or like a BB gun?
An airsoft gun.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure. I get confused sometimes. I'm sorry.
An AEG.
I was about to say, if we're giving away like like a Beretta or something, like that's gonna
Holy
break.
smokes, we're up to 40.
Already,
41.
nice.
Oh my gosh. So
I know they're not here for us. They're
we'd like
here
to
for
thank our sponsors, the Valken Alliance, which we are just trying to...
the greatest social network in airsoft.
And for call sign Hippo and all the memesters out there, yes, the Valken Alliance is a pyramid scheme. No,
How it works is you tell a friend, and then they tell two friends, and eventually you've recruited enough under. Wait, no, that's a pyramid scheme. Whoops.
No, but you
it's multi-level marketing. That's what it actually is.
But it doesn't cost you anything. So
yeah, it's free.
I mean,
we just
head
steal
on
all
over
your
to
information.
ValkenAlliance.com. It's free to sign up. We're just
Takes
trying to
2 minutes.
connect.
2 minutes.
Yep, connect people to their region to get out and pew together. That's all we're trying to do.
And if I was out pew-pewing, what would be a good way to maybe cover my movements? Is there a company that makes a product that would be good for covering movements, maybe throwing in buildings to clear them out?
We have to apologize for
someone else?
the squirrel moment for Pel Test.
Did I jump ahead?
You did. So...
Oh, I'm sorry. We didn't do the whole Valken Alliance spiel. Sorry.
Yeah, no. Once you get done signing up, head on back over to Facebook and just put Valken Alliance in the search bar and look for your local or regional group and just start connecting. There's a lot of groups out there on Facebook, like Indiana Airsoft Community, New York Airsoft.
Kaju's there.
And those are pretty much state driven. But if you want more of a regional reach, just join that page. It's free and it's
Are we
easy.
featuring a region this week?
We are featuring a region.
It's one of those loser regions. It's not the Rockies region, is it?
No, it's the Northeast region.
Oh, that's actually my home region, so I should show a little love to that.
You should.
That includes New York and New England, Jersey, all that good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
that includes all those
high
wonderful
five
states.
to all you New Yorkers out there. Forget the rest of you New Englanders, though. Just New Yorkers. That's it.
So, and then we don't want to forget our overachiever of the night.
Is it Ethan Vaughn? Is it Ethan Vaughn? Is it Ethan Vaughn?
No, it is not Ethan Vaughn.
Who is it?
We have a new overachiever this week.
A new champion? Oh, hold on, I gotta high five the.
It is Michael Bright.
Hey, Bright.
From Team Direwolves up north.
The Direwolves.
That's right.
Are they bigger than normal wolves, or is that just a title?
I don't. There's some big dudes.
Do they wear black fuzzy stuff like they're from
I think,
not Targaryen? What's the northern house? Stark. Are they Starks? Do they do the whole Stark look?
I think Bacon is like 7 foot tall. But when he puts on Halo armor, he's 7 foot 2 inches.
Ooh, you know what I'd like to see out of them? Actually, for loadout battle, Direwolves. Who's the guy from Game of Thrones from North of the Wall? Big dude, wears the furs, big red beard. I want to see that in our loadout battle, like the barbarian.
Oh, that would be cool.
I want to see that. Torvik, I think his name is.
Gotcha.
Torgil, something.
And so, also, this show wouldn't happen with folks that are watching the chat right now, you viewers.
Make it happen.
And also, our CEO, Mr. Gino, is watching right now. So
do I have to clean up what's going on?
No, just give him a thumbs up. Gino, thank you so much for allowing us to connect with all the airsofters in the community. And this is definitely something that nobody else...
Actually, I give him 2 thumbs.
No other
two
brand
thumbs
or no other brand or manufacturer does on a continual basis. It's not about us. It's about you guys and gals out there watching us.
We will do anything to entertain you. I swear to God.
We will.
Anything.
Anything?
Do you want a thong episode? I'll do a thong episode. I'll come out here in the Leia bikini if you want it.
Oh my goodness.
If we get, you know what? If we get 100 people in the chat, I will do the Leia bikini episode. I'll do it. I'm making that promise right now.
I think our guest can. I think he's got a guy that's got a Leia bikini.
Ooh.
That can hook you up.
That would be a Leia mankini, actually, if it's for a guy.
Mankini?
Mankini.
Yeah. So, also, don't forget, we do have a hotline, 856-975-0650.
Didn't we get a good call on that recently? We got some good play?
I do have a voicemail to play for you guys and gals.
Kind of a celebrity almost.
Yes. So if you don't know or remember Tim Selby, aka artist formerly known as Red Wolf.
He did those videos where he was reviewing stuff and talking about guns and stuff, right?
Yeah, he was reviewing stuff in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
So here's how easy it is to leave a voicemail. You can leave suggestions or just want to chat when the phone lines are open. But, save that number in your phone.
I can't believe you guys aren't taking advantage of this.
I know,
for
right?
Real. Right now.
But be forewarned. Whatever you ask, whatever you have to say, we will play it on the following week's show. So take a gander at what Tim has to say. Oh, it would help if I unmuted Tim.
Am I the only one hearing this? Because I'm enjoying this voicemail, but our audience is not.
I know. So
minor tech. Hold on.
So we're gonna
Juan.
I'm gonna unmute that.
Juan, do you want to go back to construction? Because I can make that happen.
Ooh.
Do you want that?
You don't want
Fix
to be
that
doing
shit.
construction in the windows.
Sorry, Juan on the audio board.
All right, here we
It's
go.
very hot out.
I'm just going to wait here. Kaiju. I'm listening to you right now on Valken Debrief, and you just said that phone lines are closed. No!
So, you know what's funny about Tim is that on camera, he sounds like a very formal British guy, like almost like a Bond villain. But when you hear him on the phone, kind of sex predator a little bit. You know what I mean? A little bit, little sexual predator. You know what I mean? It's a little creepy. It's a little more Hannibal Lecter than, upper class British guy. That's all I'm saying.
That is true. So, also, if it's hard for you to watch the show for a full hour and a half, sometimes we've gone 2 hours. We
don't
do
even want to be here for an
upload a copy of the show onto SoundCloud in just a podcast version. So if you're driving, working around the house, and you just want to hear the banter and the fun.
All the episodes are on there too. You don't got to pick and choose.
Yep.
We got unlimited.
Even the top 10, there's a top 10 playlist from 2018. So
You don't want to watch that top 10 because I'm not on it. It doesn't feature me, so there's no point in even checking it out. Just don't worry about it.
And speaking of other podcasts, please, there's two near and dear to our hearts. Go check out Gorilla Airsoft Radio.
That has the most guys in one room of any airsoft podcast.
Yes, they're also the longest running. I believe they're in 211.
They have a much more impressive table than we do.
Yes.
They have a table with an L. It's much cooler.
I know,
L-shaped
right?
table, much cooler.
They're going to be on after us, so because they're in
Hashtag
California.
Make Thursday Airsoft Night.
Yes, exactly. Then there's also the ASAP podcast. Stands for
Is that the Army Substance
Abuse Program?
it's
Another serious airsoft podcast. They do not have a regular night because they are uncut.
You know what's funny
like
is that Gorilla is called Gorilla Airsoft Radio, but in fact ASAP is more guerrilla, like guerrilla warfare, because they never let you know when they're on. It's
I
like
know,
we're
right?
here,
We're
we're
just gonna
broadcasting, we sneak up on you. So, and I'm not saying this is an insult. I said it to Punk, but they're the most underground podcast you're going to find. That's 6 guys talking about anything they want.
Yeah.
Unfiltered.
And so those are the other 2 airsoft podcasts, but as Dylan Frederick has put in the comments, we're reading them. Guns, Gear, and Beer is another podcast that's literally everything beyond airsoft.
So would it include, do they talk about guns?
Yep.
They talk about beer?
Yep.
What about gear? Do they talk about gear there?
Yeah, they even talk about beards.
Beards. Ooh, we've actually talked about beards.
Hey, dude, the chat is blowing up. Who do we
Is
got
it
in
really?
the chat?
Mine is not updating properly.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
Because I'm on Facebook.
Hey, we got Staff. Your buddy Staff.
Oh, Staff's here. Hey, Staff. What's up, buddy? He's actually getting to top fan status. He's been around for a couple episodes.
Javier Franco from One Grunt's Opinion is a top fan.
Hey, fellow Blue Quarter.
Yep. Steve Tom is a top fan from Dark Horse 6 Milsim in the Northeast region.
Are we talking? Is that Too Tall Tom? Steve Tom?
No.
Or did I get that wrong?
Steve Tom. This is Dark Horse 6 Milsim.
Oh.
Northeast.
Okay, you guys have too many named Tom.
New York.
It's like Chris.
Jersey area.
I'm sorry.
Too Tall Tom is Utah. White dude.
Maybe he's so tall that I can see his shadow.
Steve Tom is like my Polynesian brother from another mother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't say anything wrong with that. I
So,
just didn't know who he was. Sorry.
We got Aaron Miller from Mohawk Tactical, one of the best father and son Army of 2 folks.
Do they
out
have
there.
Mohawks? Or are they Mohawks? Like descended of the tribe of Mohawks? Or do they
I don't
wear
know.
Mohawks?
We'd have to ask him.
I want some deets on that. Let me know, guys.
We got another father and son crew, Woodcock and Stone, watching us.
Yeah, those are terrible people. We don't like them. Terrible people.
Oh, we got Lone Wolves in the house from Overwatch
Hey, Woody.
Tactics. Man, we got some new folks. Mike Spray, thanks for watching. Oh, got good old Doug Smith from the Midwest.
Woody's already talking about cock rings. Jesus. It took him, what, like 12 seconds to start making the blue cord jokes?
Yeah,
God.
whatever. We're just going to ignore him.
He's had too many relations with horses. That's the problem. Too many.
Oh, we got Timmy Hanley from EMR Event Park in here.
Hey, Timmy.
Ryan McMahon, Ryan was the winner of the grenade last
Did he?
week. So here's how this works.
If you tag some more people, you might win another one.
If we reach 50 live viewers,
What are we at right now?
we're going to draw a random name from all the comments. So literally, the more you comment, the better your chances of winning if we hit those.
We're 9
thresholds.
away, guys. Stop fucking around.
I know, right?
Tag your friends. 9 people. That's all you need.
David Lee's in the house. Hey, Leo Lindell is here. Good that he's still in the U.S.
If I could get my...
Dude, Leo and Carl, they have to shave their beards.
Why?
Because their contract, they can't wear beards.
Who are they working for that doesn't want beards? I
Beards.
thought that was why you went into contract. Are we talking like contracting, or are we talking like contracting, like working the chow hall?
I don't know.
Because
They
like
might
I
be
thought,
working the chow hall.
I thought being a contractor was you didn't have to shave anymore. That was like the idea behind it, and you got paid like $100,000 a year. It was always the appeal for me.
Oh, we got Matt McDonald talking about he says Normad podcast, or do you mean Nomad?
Nomad.
So
Is that a bunch of people who just travel around podcasting from various locations?
That would be cool.
That'd be rad.
That would be cool.
It'd be expensive to do, but...
We got Afghan Dan, Daniel Rodriguez in the house, Devin Pedley, what is up? Brian Eggerly from the Field Airsoft.
And he just popped a share out. Good job, buddy.
I know. Ron. I love that Key and Peele reference. That is so awesome.
I actually
Alex
have not watched Key
Petrakis
and
from
Peele.
Mere Tactical.
What up?
He's in here too. Man.
Oh my God, so many
dude,
people.
let's get him in here. So we're going to cut to a quick commercial break.
Which one's this? Which one's this?
This one...
Is this the glove one or the straight line one?
This is the straight line one.
I like that one.
Or I can mix it up. Do you want bacon?
Let's do the bacon one. We haven't done
want
that in a
bacon?
while. Yeah, let's do bacon. We're gonna do the bacon ad.
We're going to do the bacon ad.
I like this one a lot.
Quick break. We'll be back faster than you know it. Tag your friends. Get them in here. Ooh, Ricard
What?
from the Nordic country.
Sweden or Norway?
Oh, we hit 50!
Oh! All right, so here's what's going to happen.
So we're definitely giving away a grenade.
Time out. Let's do commercial before we get too excited.
Okay.
And then we'll come back and be excited about giving a grenade away.
Okay. Oh, but before we cut to a commercial, you know what we forgot? The loadout battle face-off.
Let's do it after the commercial. We already know
No,
something.
I hit the button. Too
Oh,
late.
God.
So-
Woman. Stop taking his goddamn side.
Oh my goodness. So, you know what? I gotta put a poll in here. So
Hence why I said let's go to commercial so you
I
can
know,
do all of this.
I
But,
know.
you know,
No, I got distracted.
it happens.
Load out battle.
So while we're doing this, it's about to pop up in your screen, I'm going to start off our loadout battle description. Since I have our returning champion, Mr. Dylan Frederick. You can follow him at tactical.moose.96 on Instagram. He is rocking his Marine Recon Sniper Kit with Haley Micro Rig, CryGen 2 M81 pants, homemade ghillie. Top draped down behind his legs. His primary is an Ares Amoeba Striker AS1. Gotta respect a guy with a budget gun making it work. Who do you got over there on your side?
I'm still typing.
Jesus, I thought I'd give you enough time here.
No, you for the first time in history, you
All I get...
read so fast.
If anybody's
the-
interested in being on an airsoft show, I'm looking for a new partner. Just so you know.
Oh man. So look at that. See, that's what happens.
All right, so it's up, and you got Levi, old redneck himself.
Oh, so it's kind of backwards, but all right. I've got Redneck Operator.
Because he's the challenger. I already
Yep,
gave
he's the challenger.
I already gave the champion.
Yep, in real life, that's Levi Lacrone, artist formerly from Airsoft Republic. Yes. So he's rocking the Ranger Green and Multicam Black loadout. He's got a LBX Ranger Green BDUs. Hey, tag Bo in the chat.
Oh, that's
that reminds
right.
me. So, and he's got a G-code belt set up with some MC Kydex goodies. Tag
Josh.
Tag
I'm
Josh.
getting Bo Silva.
Yeah. So, and then he's also running a Faro Concepts Slickster with a Haley D3CRM mounted, and Emerson helmet.
Oh, I'm not friends with him. Damn.
A KWA ERG Mark 18, and a VFC Glock 19.
And
so,
here's something I'm going to show. I'm going to throw a little support for Mr. Redneck because I got to respect these right here. You got to respect the shoe choice. Converse 1-stars, old school, chill. I respect that. It says, I don't give a fuck about my footwear, and I like that a lot.
So we're gonna leave the poll up the entire show. Take your votes. Vote. Don't feel shy.
I'm not voting early this time. I'm going to be the tiebreaker.
So this is how it works. Loadout battle. The winner that gets the most votes. We announce it at the end of the show. They stay. Loser goes. The following week, we bring on a new challenger. And if you want to put your loadout, what do they got to do?
Well, real easy. Just send us a DM with a picture and a description. But you forgot the
description.
last part of this, which is what happens at the end of the year. What happens to the most winningest loadout at the end of the year? Is there a prize or something we're going to give away?
Oh, they're going to get a Valken duffel bag full of stuff.
Is that the 2 body bag duffel bag, or is that the midget body duffel bag?
That's the one body.
That's the 1 body. That's still a lot of good stuff. So I'd send my stuff in if I was you. In fact, I'd send my stuff in like right as we're talking right now, because we have like 8 more submissions that are waiting to go
I know,
in the
right?
slot. So if you even want to have a slot, send it in. Don't be a sucker.
All right, quick commercial break. We'll be right back with our special guest, Paul Whitman from Jackal Tactical, and he's got 2 businesses, World Milsim. And if you never heard about him, man, we're going to have a
It's a
great show
long
for
drive
you.
to play an airsoft game. Let's just say that, to go to a whole nother world.
Yes, it is. Because you need like
Spaceships and
I know.
and like teleporters and stuff. He'll
Yep.
take you there.
All right, we'll be right back.
Hey everybody, thanks for checking us out here at OpEx. I'm Buckwheat from Cerberus Airsoft, New Jersey. Go ahead and do yourself a favor. Check out Valken Alliance at www.valkenalliance.com for your free swag and some really cool guys to meet. Talk about the sport.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Valken Debrief Airsoft live show episode number...
This camera, remember?
Oh yeah.
92.
92.
Also, this is the first time I've got to tell him what camera to be on. See?
He's getting it.
Big time. I'm getting it.
He's
Only
getting
took me like all summer.
It's because the cameras, I do them like airsoft cameras. I tape up all the little red lights so you don't think it's a red dead light. And so he doesn't know which one's going on. So he's actually catching on to my madness.
There's actually a lot of underage workers that are just walking around with GoPros on their head. That's how we get these camera angles.
well,
It's legal. It's legal in the state. Don't worry.
Oh, and we forgot to thank our biggest sponsor, Enola Gay.
I tried to. I had a whole setup and you shut me down.
You were
I'm just
talking
saying.
about gear or something.
No, I was saying like I was going to do the whole lead.
You got to land the plane faster.
All right, fuck it. Enola Gay, they make smoke, they make grenades. Here's where I insert a joke about them being, not actually a smoke grenade company, but being a weed company. Continue.
Okay.
We good to go?
Good to go. Okay. We got to pay the bills. We got to check the box, right? We got to check the box.
I'll have a good one for you guys next week. I'm sorry.
And we please welcome from the green room, Mr. Paul Whitman. What's up, buddy?
Hey guys, how you doing?
Hear that studio audience? That wasn't me clapping at all.
Yay.
How you doing, buddy?
Pretty good. How are you guys doing?
I think we're doing okay. You doing okay?
Yeah, I had the flu this week.
How, are you feeling better now?
Oh, I'm 100% better.
Did you have the tum-tum flu or like the head and snot flu?
I had the hot and cold flashes with dizziness flu.
Oh, so you had because we're guys, there's only 2 levels of sickness we have. We have the common cold or like AIDS. There's no middle ground for us.
Yeah, pretty
So
much.
you pretty much were dying of cancer all weekend, right? Consumption, every 1920s disease, he had it at some point during the weekend.
So we're gonna be talking to Paul and all his airsoft endeavors. And
Do we have to talk about airsoft this episode? I mean, like,
no, we don't. We could talk Star Wars. I
I'm
don't know, Paul,
down.
do
Like,
you,
do you want to just
Star
throw
Wars?
this?
do you like Star Wars?
Do you like Star Wars, Paul?
Yeah, I love Star Wars. Talk Marvel too.
Ooh. Oh, there's some dramas going on in Marvel World right
MCU.
now with
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Oh,
Yeah,
the memes with Disney.
No,
and
I meant
Sony
Spider-Man.
and-
They're
and
having a little
Spider-Man.
breakup. Well,
Screw Sony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw a good meme today that was it was my time, and then finally like it was the whole thing in that first episode of the first part of Homecoming where he's like, "Where's Captain America? He's out of the country. Where's Captain Marvel? Off planet. What about me? Nope, you're canceled." Oh, so
So, Mr. Paul,
we'll actually focus on you a little bit.
how's your week been?
It's been pretty good. Been really busy getting ready for a game this weekend.
Do you have a
But,
game this weekend?
Oh my gosh, you have a game.
I do.
So you're
Night
taking-
Sky 3.
Are you taking time, out of your game prep to talk to our audience right now?
Yeah, Kaiju wouldn't let me alone about getting on here, and between him and Timmy harassing me, I figured I would just do it.
So, could I just get some love from the chat for
Dude,
our
give-
guest for
give
doing
him
this
thumbs up.
when he's busy with other shit? Throw him
Hearts,
some love, hearts,
other
thumbs up,
faces.
please. I know it's cheesy, but makes people feel good. So, we kind of announced what you own, what you do. So, like, really, how did this get started? Like, I mean, are you an airsofter who decided he didn't like everybody else's games? Are you an airsofter who decided to try and make a living because you opened a store? Like, what's the story? Just fill us in a little bit.
Yeah.
As far as producing games, I actually got a flyer in one of my Valken boxes the one time for a paintball game up at EMR Event Park, and I went up to vend the event, and I met with Blue, who is obviously the owner of EMR, and he said, I don't think I'm going to do that airsoft thing, but like, tell me a little bit more about it. So I gave him my YouTube channel. He decided to watch a couple of videos, and like maybe a week later, he gave me a call and said, hey, what will it take to have you come here and produce some games? So that was pretty much the start of World Milsim. Next week, I got the business rolling, and the rest is history.
Oh,
Where's
wow.
that name come from, Otherworld? I mean, is that just a cool name, or does that have some lineage behind it?
Actually, a dear friend of mine who passed away recently, he had a thing. We used to play Dungeons and Dragons every week.
Nerds.
Yeah, for forever and ever and ever and ever. And he was a good friend of mine, and he had a company called Otherworld, and we just always talked about, like, we called different things that, and that's just sort of stuck, so we used it.
That's cool. That's really fun to be able to attach like something that you have to make money on to like. It's a nice little like segue back to something that means something personal to you. I like that. It's like naming the company like a misspelling of your last name or something like that. That everybody fucks up. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
So airsoft stuff is not your full-time job, right?
Correct. I do terrazzo flooring during the day.
Whoa! Slow that down. Slow that down. Whoa! I heard a drug name and floor.
Drug name and floor.
Pretty much the floors you see in like airports and schools with like the marble chips in them.
We do like industrial flooring.
Yeah, we do the precast. We do the stairs and the base and stuff like that.
Oh, so you're more of a concrete guy than anything else, I'm guessing.
Well, it's all out of epoxy now. It used to be out of concrete, but now it's epoxy. But yeah.
So do you go to the concrete show every year?
I do not.
So actually a funny story. World of Concrete, that show down in Texas, that's actually my mom's trade show. So my mom, when she was still working, used to work for Hanley Wood and used to do Big 50 in this old house. She actually created that trade show and ran it for several years. So small world.
Javier Franco says D&D fuels a lot of airsoft producers.
Yeah.
D&D and Warhammer 40K.
I haven't heard of a Warhammer. Are you a Warhammer guy? Do you like Warhammer at all?
No, I don't.
Okay, so forget you on this question. On this whole story. I was going to include you, but if you want to be part of it, that's your problem.
I mean, that's cool.
So, but if you don't know about Warhammer 40K, like the primary characters in it are these 9-foot-tall armored space knights, essentially, who can lift up cars and they carry guns that have 75mm rockets in them. I don't know why someone hasn't turned this into an airsoft game yet. And the bad guys are orcs and space elves and then demons from the warp. Like this is there's just so much you can do with this that that is only on tabletop right now that we need to have live action. So if there's other producers out there listening, I want a 40K game. Make it happen. I'll be there.
Yes, that would be so awesome.
Would be.
So Paul, so how old is Otherworld Milsim? How long has it been in business?
This is the 4th year.
Oh wow.
Oh,
I actually produced games though for Ambush Adventure Park. That's where my store is located. I produced games for them for 3 years prior to branding Otherworld Milsim.
Oh wow.
So do you still do games for them under the brand of Otherworld, or you just?
I do not. We sort of they started doing their own games, and it just didn't, I guess, make sense to have me in there running games. So
that's kind of the problem when you hire someone who shows you how to do something. Is there's always the back end of them cutting you out of the loop, essentially, not in a bad way, but once you teach someone how to do stuff, why are you there? You know what I mean? Like that can happen.
Yeah, I mean at that time it was okay. I mean the store was starting to get pretty busy, and it was getting a little harder then because it was the beginning of me starting the store too. So
let's talk about the store real quick since you brought it up.
Yeah, man.
How did you get in? I mean, I'm guessing the store came before Otherworld, right?
Correct. Yeah, this is the fifth year that the store's been open.
So what? All right. First, I mean, I'm not trying to, throw any negativity out there, but what the hell
man.
possesses you to open an airsoft store? Because that, I mean, like, it's a small market.
Did
you
you hear that sigh?
Yeah, he knew it was coming. You know, like,
And we don't know the answers to these questions. We like to be as organic and surprised.
No, I
as
really
you
love
guys
hearing
are.
these answers
But
because I mean, it's a leap
I
of
have
faith.
a guess, and
Okay.
but I want to hear if he says
All right.
says it first.
Honestly, I sort of wanted to do it as like a hobby, and I wanted to open a small store locally where I live, and I sort of felt bad about it at first, so I confronted the owner of Ambush and said, hey, I don't want you to feel like I'm stepping on your toes or anything, but I'm thinking about opening this store. And he said, how about we have a meeting in a week and we'll talk about this. I thought he was going to offer maybe some money to get me started, but then he offered me the store at Ambush.
Oh, wow. So you actually had the opportunity to cut out a lot of the startup costs in a business in terms of finding a location and building it out and all that stuff because it kind of was done for you. So that makes the decision a lot easier.
Yeah, we just remodeled what we had there already and rebranded, and we got rolling like 2 months later.
And where does the name Jackal Tactical come from?
Ooh, that's a good one. I'm thinking it's Egyptian. That looks like an Anubis to me.
It does look like an Anubis.
It is. I've always been a huge fan of Anubis, and I wanted something a little like that, like sounded good. So, sort of went through all my favorite animals, and Jackal Tactical was the best I came up with.
It's an aggressive name. I'll give you that. I like it.
Oh, okay. So, all right, Paul, what is your favorite animal, and the color of the T-shirt you're wearing?
Are these questions from the chat?
No.
Okay, I didn't see these.
My favorite animal. Let's go with a turtle.
A turtle, and what color is your shirt?
Gray.
Are you going to tell him his fortune now?
No,
Like,
gray turtle, or no, yeah, gray
what's
turtle.
the fortune teller things? I thought you were going to do one of those. You know,
No,
where like the girl
that
comes
is
up and asks you
his
questions?
X-wing squadron name. Gray turtle.
Gray turtle?
Yep.
Is it
Gray
really?
turtle. I should start over with my animal choice.
Is this like? Well, I mean, to be fair, Jeg Porkins is one of the most popular characters that no one knows about. So, I mean, that's a terrible name, especially because it's a fat guy in that fighter.
Like, how did he fit in that X-wing?
X-wings are big, man. Actually, you know, if you want to do something cool, bring your ass out here because the Airplane Museum in Denver has a
the wings over the Rockies.
has a 75% scale model of an X-wing sitting in there. So it's like
Oh
the
my
size
God,
of like
that'd be
an F-105. Yeah, it is. It's
yeah.
that cool, man.
So Devin
awesome.
Pedley writes in the chat, pretty sure I've attended all of Paul's other World Milsim events and have the patches to prove it. Awesome guy and some really awesome
Did
games.
he attend the ones on the other worlds or just the ones on our world?
Best airsoft experience was Night Sky 2.
Okay, so let's.
awesome.
Since that just came up, let's bring that in. So Night Sky, or did I get that right? Night Sky? Did I say it right? Okay.
Yep.
Sorry, you're gonna catch me mixing stuff up a bunch. I'm still gonna say Mud Crab Milsim today, just to piss him off. just to piss him off. So Night Sky, just give me a rundown. What kind of game it is? What's your general game design? Actually, let's
Is
start
there a
off.
theme?
Yeah, is there a theme? Let's start off with how would you classify it? Like Milsim, Milsim Light, a day out of airsoft, like a big skirmish.
I'd call it Milsim. I mean, it's 12 hours straight, semi-automatic only, mid-cap only, 16 and older. It's completely squad-based. We start at noon, end at midnight. I mean, I classify
so there's a
it
night
as
game.
Milsim.
There's a full-on night game.
You play 3 hours in the dark. It just goes 12 straight hours. Starts
So
at
do you
noon.
guys have like a dinner break, or just you expect teams to
No.
get their night shit ready on their own rest cycles?
I don't do breaks in my games. It's up to you. If you need a break, you can go off the field and eat your own food or whatever.
So how is your game
like
set up? Do you have two factions? Is this multiple factions? Is this two
Yeah.
main factions with a third-party spoiler? How do you set that balance up?
The game is basically supposed to be like the second American Civil War. We have two teams, the Patriots and the Federation. The Patriots are more like the rebels, the Federation being like what America turned into after all the bullshit. And it's just like I said, American Civil War, and it follows a storyline that also a friend of mine wrote a couple years back.
It seems to me that this is just an excuse for you to play Star Wars in real life. I'm hearing a lot of Star Wars terms there. No?
I mean, I'm sure that that's where some of it came from.
It gets a lot of
Yeah.
inspiration. So Ryan McMahon asked, specifically for this upcoming game, what's the loadout going to look like?
We use this was the first year we're actually doing this. We decided to do some different things with the team colors. The Patriot team is typically the tan camo, but now we made it tan and black as your loadouts.
Are Patriots the rebels or are they the good
The
guys or
rebels.
bad guys? Okay, so they're good guys.
There's not really good guys or bad guys. It decides on what point of view you want to look at it, but
Rebels are always the good guys as far as I'm concerned.
yeah. And then the Federation team is actually the green camouflage, and we also do a thing this year called street gear, which is blue jeans and any color top that's not red or tan. That would be the colors of the other team: red, tan, or black.
Do you guys have like a camo listing, or is this just base tan, base green?
We have a small listing on the rules page, but most of the times people will message me and I'll approve it. I mean, there's not many I don't approve. I like the game being a little bit interesting, where you might have to think a little bit of, is that camo my team or their team? You know.
Well, plus you got all those special snowflakes that like to wear their really expensive, like Eastern European camo, or their DPM that they traded for some Polish guy in like 1992. You know, like there's always someone who wants to wear like just out there shit. You know.
There was a guy who just messaged me recently. He wanted to wear this red camo that he got specially made, and I said.
That's just a bridge too far.
Well, our staff wears red. You know, red's the color of the dead rag. Red's the color of the dead right. It's like, we're not going to do red, man. No red.
So there are limits.
Travis Warholic says, "Oh my God, tracer on an LMG at night, definitely lightsaber-ish."
I'll give you that. I actually think
I'm not gonna lie. I make the noise every once in a while when I see people shoot the tracer around. So
I actually used to do that back in the day when I turned my. So what was that game with the guy who had the headset and the stealth game? Not Siphon Filter. Splinter Cell.
Splinter Cell.
And so every time I used to have my nods on back when I was being a cool guy, I couldn't help myself. But every time I turned them on, I'd say in my head, I'd be like, "Pew!" Am I the only one that does that?
Nope.
Okay, everybody does that when they do it?
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
Cool. I just want to make sure.
You should hear Woodcock do it.
Does he do it? Okay, so
Woodcock is like the biggest closet nerd on the planet.
He's not in the closet as far as I'm concerned.
He acts so alpha male, but in the back, he's so nerdy. He does like Star Wars puzzles, Marvel puzzles.
Okay, so I'm going to let our audience in on a little secret here, just like you did. But most of those badass motherfuckers you see, you know, cagging it out, or SEALs or grunts or whatever you want, you know, whatever part of that world you're talking about, they're all just cosplaying, really. That's honestly what's going on. We're all secret nerds. We all love reading like sci-fi and all that other shit.
I got my Marauders
Marfers,
map.
baby.
Yep.
Marauders map, Harry Potter mug right here.
In fact, there was a couple Warhammer 40K novels on my second tour that got passed around several squads. Like everybody had read them, and then we were damn near having a book club about it at the end. You know what I mean? So don't think that just because guys are looking really cool in their kit, they're not going home and playing D&D. Because we are.
And Matt McDonald says,
I love D&D.
Great concept Paul Whitman did with the map and the dead rag. And I mean, it's amazing. If you go over to Otherworld Milsim's page and check out their post, he made a post of the dead rag that has printed on it the map for the event. And dude, technology is no joke.
You guys did that.
It's
I forgot.
not fuzzy. It's super clear, and
It's also microfiber.
Yes. So you just wipe your goggles off.
By the way,
and
I forgot this was you. He told me this story like a week ago, and I was like, "That is so fucking cool." Because from an immersion standpoint, it's like those survival maps they used to give the pilots back in World War II that were like sewn into their jackets. So it's like super immersive when you think about it.
Were they called chits?
No, that was on the back of their jackets.
Gotcha.
I actually had an issue to blood shit at one point.
Really?
Yeah, because we were up in northern Afghanistan and they were worried about us being stolen by the Iranians. But yeah, no, that I saw that, and that is one of the when I heard about that little feature, that's one of the coolest things that I've heard of any producer doing. Like, I mean, it's such a cool souvenir to throw up on your wall, man.
It does make me a little nervous, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Why?
Because I'm worried about people pulling it out to use the map and then seeing the dead rag. You know, so I'm a little nervous about it, but we'll see how it goes.
I think it's cool. You get 3 thumbs up from me, my friend. The way to solve that, I would say, is you give someone a separate red dead rag. Yeah. Like you tell people to bring their own dead rags. I'm just saying.
Most people, well, they're supposed to do that, but normally I go get a 50 pack of shop rags and I hand every single one of them out every game. And that's how many people forgot their dead rags.
I'm telling, okay, guys and girls, he hit the nail on the head. You don't have to have some special dead rag. Go to O'Reilly's, go to AutoZone. A bag of 50s like dead rags is like $12. They're a foot by a foot, and then you got dead rags forever. Like you can hand them out as buddies. Everybody will think you're awesome because I don't know how many events I've been to. Hey, dude, are you dead? Yeah, pull out your dead rag. I don't have one. I usually hand out like 5 a game.
I actually really like when they don't have their dead rags because I get to shoot them more.
Yeah.
You know, like, are you out? I think I'm out. Bam, bam. You out now? It's always fun to do.
Well, especially when they're doing the admin walk back to spawn.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and I'm doing air quotes here.
Yeah,
admin walk.
Yeah.
You know, because you don't want them to walk by. But
All you non-milsimers don't get what we're talking about, but it's awful.
real quick, speaking of loadouts, the voting is still on.
Are you going to pop that sucker back up?
Yep, it's back up there. So you're either voting for Redneck Operator on the left,
Or who you like better?
Ooh,
I think I like the Dylan Frederick loadout there.
the sniper loadout. Tactical
Oh,
use.
I'm going to have to disagree. I'm going with Levi.
And I'm not a sniper kind of guy either, but I don't know. There's something about that one.
It is a badass picture, I'll give him
Dude,
that.
it's almost neck and neck right now.
Is it really?
It is.
That's close. It's a badass picture that Dylan has up, so I think that might be part of his appeal.
Yeah.
if
It looks
I-
like he just killed a bunch of shit and now he's like walking out.
Dude,
you
he
know?
homemade that.
Did he?
The
ghillie suit?
Yeah, the top. He made
Oh.
it. That's
I'd
homemade.
actually be more impressed if he'd made the combat top himself, because that's a little more impressive.
True.
Anybody can make a ghillie, but I can't.
No,
sew
no,
like her.
no.
Oh my god! Do you know how
No.
many assholes go through sniper school at Benning and fucking Pendleton and make one every like 3 months? Everybody can make one.
I made a
Everybody
ghillie the one
can,
time.
but not necessarily should.
I'll give you that one.
What were you saying, Paul?
I made a ghillie suit when we first started playing airsoft, and I dipped all the different like twine and stuff in different colors, and I wore it, and I sweated my ass off, and the next day my body was stained with all these colors that melted off the ghillie suit. Like I'm serious, I had like a red streak down my ass crack for like a week.
What's funny is that when no one tells you about the real ones is that they coat them in some. They basically take a set of camis and turn them inside out, and they coat it in something that makes them super stiff. And so when you're wearing those, like the real suits that are made, but when you go through school, they're awful to wear. They rub on everywhere you have an elbow or a knee. They rub a hole in it. And those guys, like, they're great for laying down. Like, they're nice and protected. Like, snakes can't get through them and stuff. But, like, if you have to move any kind of distance, it just tears your whole fucking body up. Like, it's like one of the biggest misnomers ever that they're comfortable to wear.
Dude, Uncle Misha is in the chat, and he actually has a pretty cool idea. What about dead rags that light up or flash like a European discotheque? Because the technology's out there for paper-thin LED lights. You know, people are putting them in furniture and all kinds of stuff.
See, the problem I see with that, though, is everybody's going to walk around like they're part of Daft Punk from now on. And they're just going to have, like, light-up visors and light-up chins and beards.
Dude, like the original Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah, exactly.
Viper
Everybody's going to look
helmets.
like a goddamn Cylon. I'm just saying.
What do you
Like
what,
Tron.
Yep, there you go.
what do you think, Paul, about dead rags that actually could light up?
I mean, I think could be cool. I guess. I mean, I guess.
Well, give us an owner's perspective. Like, putting some of that together, how hard would that be?
It probably wouldn't be too hard. It'd just take a couple phone calls and a little bit of time to figure it out. I think it'd be too hard.
You're way too competent, my friend. I was looking for a more complicated answer to that. You're like, I got a guy for that. Fuck off.
I mean, I met a lot of people over the last 5 years.
I could appreciate that, brother. So, Jackal Tactical. Let's get back on track real quick. Is this we've established it's a brick and mortar store. Do you guys do online sales at all? Are you dabbling in that, or is it just a person-to-person thing only?
We do very little. We are actually working on redoing a website right now. Hopefully, it'll be up maybe like the next month or so. It's jacktac.com. And once we get that up, we're probably going to feature maybe like 100 items a month that will be available online.
Okay.
And then just contact us if there's anything you don't see that you want, you know.
So I'm a customer rolling into your shop on the field. What is your focus as a shop? Are you guys full service? Do you guys do everything up to custom builds? Are you just selling guns and items? Like, what's all that's offered when I go in there?
I'd say we do a little bit of everything. We're only open on weekends. We're open based on when the Ambush Adventure Park is open for business. That's when we're open. But we do a lot of custom installs, like HPA installs. We do a lot of tech work. I mean, I think I'd say on average we're teching about 40 guns a month based on our walk-on numbers. So I mean, do a little bit of everything, I would say.
So I'm not gonna be. I don't. Basically, I can show up to the field in just my underwear, and you guys can take care of everything else, right?
Correct. Yes,
Awesome.
we could.
That's what I like to hear. It's always a pain in the ass when you go to a pro shop and then they give you a list of shit they're not pros in. Kind of defeats the purpose, you know. Like, oh, we don't work on any of these. Then why are you open? You know, like it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, my shop's really small, but I think I did a pretty good job of having a little bit of everything.
Dude, you're being humble, and I get it, but you have a lot to offer. When we were at Bad Blood, I don't think I ever saw anybody walk away from your booth without at least something.
It's because he's giving stuff away, dude.
That was he's still got to make money.
Year. Oh, no, I mean, we try. I have the good thing is, I see a couple of them are in this chat. I have a lot of really good friends that come and help me at events, you know, and they're really good salesmen, and we just have a lot of fun. I think that's why we're so successful when it comes to vending. It's a lot of fun.
You're just kind of acting out your hobby, essentially.
Oh,
is this another case of something became so fun it became my job?
Yeah, I'd say pretty much. I mean, the goal at first, you know, was a hobby, and now the goal now is to hopefully be able to quit my 9 to 5 and do stuff like this full time.
I'm rooting for you, brother.
Yeah, Ron Ingham says, I've only shopped at his mobile shop. He sells based on what people need. His inventory is great, and his prices are so people can afford what they want.
High five for that review, boys and girls.
Heck yeah.
High five.
There it is.
Thanks, Ron.
And
Ron's awesome, by the way. So
yes, you are, Ron.
He's not compensated in any way, so you're going to get him that
not,
gun. You're going to get him that gun, right?
He's just a really good guy, man. Yeah. All these guys that are on here watching, I mean, they're just really good guys. They come to all my games. They're awesome people, you know.
Oh, that's cool. And I even bought something from his booth at EMR.
What'd you buy?
I don't remember that.
From his other company. You don't remember that?
What other company? Is there another company?
What did you buy?
Why didn't you tell me about this company?
I bought a 3D printed tourney lock for my
for your HPA?
Yeah, for my HPA.
Because you're cool and I'm not.
And Paul insulted me.
Did he?
And tried to sell it to me for cost. I was like, no, I'm paying full price because I support what he's doing.
He tried to cut you a deal and you said, no, sir.
I actually think I told him I'd give it to him, but you know, he didn't take it.
No, I paid for it.
I can respect that.
I paid for it. So what's the name of that company?
It is Armed Adrenaline. I'm actually
Armed Adrenaline. Is there a shirt? Can you stand up a little bit and show us the shirt? Yeah, a little show and tell. I like that. What is that? Is that supposed to be like veins with a target in it or what?
It's actually the chemical composition for adrenaline with a crosshair.
Okay, now I think it's extra cool. That's rad, man.
Dude, he does everything with a purpose.
That's cool, man.
There was somebody in the chat that says he doesn't do anything less than 110%.
You know who we need to hook him up with in terms of like people who do weird shit and just do it out of the blue? Corey. Like we just had this conversation like 2 weeks ago. Corey Haynes and him are like these two people who we have stupid conversations about things we'd like to do, and then they leave those conversations and go do them.
And
they're better than us.
Shit,
yeah. You guys need to get together, and you can help him put fabric on his car or whatever he's doing now. Hey, Corey. So
Armed Adrenaline.
Yeah. It's a third airsoft related company I started. And my wife, when I told her that, she looked at me and just shook her head. So I'm getting involved in too many things. But I started it with a good friend of mine. I actually met him through shopping at my store. Started talking one day about different things in airsoft I thought could be better or we could have more options. And that's how Armed Adrenaline got started. And
Can I back you up real quick?
Yeah, man.
What do you guys make? What do you do? Because you kind of skipped over all of that. Like we said, a 3D printer.
I'm just trying not to say too much because I didn't really get permission from him to say a whole lot. But
no one's actually watching this, just so you know.
Yeah,
like there's no actual viewers. We bought them.
Well, we decided we wanted to make a reusable airsoft grenade. So we've been working on that for the past year.
Is this going to be CO2, green gas, blank fire?
It's green gas powered, and it's just for now the version 1 of the grenade is just a sound grenade. We wanted to make a reusable grenade that was easy to reuse and was very fair in price was what our goal was. So.
You know what no one's thought of in the reusable grenade market is a little bit of fishing wire on the grenade. Because what's the hardest part of an airsoft grenade is going to find it after you throw it.
Yeah, correct.
So if you just put
Definitely.
some fishing wire on it, throw the grenade, then you can just pull it back.
No. So this is what's going to happen with that.
Okay.
People are going to think it's like a bowling.
I'm okay with that.
And swing it around their head and like fling it. Like, oh, did you see, Paul? Did you see at Bad Blood? There was someone had a 360-degree action camera, but they had to put it on the end of a cord and spin it around their head like a helicopter rotor. Did you see that?
I did not.
That's
I wish
some
I would have.
shitty technology right there. That's some real shitty tech. So they just had to play the rest of the day like this, like swinging it around with their gun in the other hand.
You ever see those airplanes you do that with? That's what it reminds me of.
Airplanes. Those foam airplanes they used to sell at the supermarket when we were kids.
Yeah, you spin around in circles.
Spin around and throw them. Yep. So Otherworld, man. We've talked to a few people about
we apologize for jumping around, but
I'm trying to keep this on track, but this is not going well today. We're a little ADD.
No, Paul, no, you're doing a great job because you are hitting all of Peltast's fun spots, and he's just dude, all the electricity is just tingling all over his body. You are a riff machine for me right now.
So I'm trying to keep us on track. Otherworld Milsim. What's the process of actually starting? And I know like we've had a couple people on, but I've been waiting to ask this question of a newer promoter. How difficult is it really to get this started? I mean, like, are we talking a huge outlay of money? Are we talking what's the biggest, I don't know, hurdle? Hurdle?
Yeah, that's a good word.
To getting this going off the ground.
I mean, for me, the biggest hurdle was I wanted to produce games at airsoft and paintball fields for good prices, and I was actually kind of concerned about the people showing up. And the first year, I mean, you can ask Tim. It was, our numbers were kind of lower. It was kind of rough. And after the investment of money and stuff like that, it was like after that first year, was it worth proceeding and going further with this? So I mean, hurdle-wise,
how did you make that decision when you saw numbers weren't exactly what you want? What convinced you to keep going instead of cutting sling load right there?
I mean, honestly, I just normally don't quit anything. I mean, I just wanted to.
It's a badass answer. That's a badass answer right there.
Fact. Right there.
Anyone that knows me, that's how it is with everything. Like, if I give up on something, it bothers me that much. Like a year later, I'll get back on it again.
So if you see Paul out in the field, what do you have a call sign on your loadout when you're playing?
Yeah, it's Jax.
Jax. So if you see Jax on the field and you're in a meat grinder and you just can't get into a building find this guy. He ain't gonna stop. He's gonna get it until he wins.
The cool thing about that is the rest of my team, a lot of them guys are watching. They're the exact same way. So
did we mention? Could you throw a shout out to your team real quick? What's the name on that and say hi? Anybody?
Yeah, Deathwatch Milsim. I saw Angel Rodriguez.
Wait.
Andy Metzger.
You're on Deathwatch and you're not a 40K guy. Do you know what the Deathwatch? Do you know what the Deathwatch is?
Well, I do know what Deathwatch is in 40K, but Deathwatch is also from Star Wars. So.
Okay, that is too. But I'm just saying, like, I'm just saying. The
40K got you there.
He did.
He got you there.
All right, I'm gonna put it down. I'm gonna put it down right now. I'm putting it down. Walk away. I'm gonna walk away.
40K. I just never played it. I was into Star Wars miniatures instead. So.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God, that was awesome. You won, dude.
A. Ron James says the best thing about Paul's events are he is constantly adding onto them. Every event he does, there's something new. He busts his ass for these events and never gives himself enough credit.
I think that leads to a question. What new things are coming this weekend's event from last year?
This year I changed a couple rules on some guys. Some people aren't real big fans of it, but it is what it is.
What are they?
No more bleed outs, and medics are one tourniquet now instead of multiple medic bands.
Can you go a little bit more detail? Bleed outs. So that means that time that you have to sit around waiting till you can walk back?
Like, normally in most of my games, if you get shot and your medic can't get to you, you could wait whatever it was, 2 minutes, and then you could retreat back and bleed out to a medic, and he could bring you back in the game. Well, what was happening is like at EMR, the castle is like one of the hardest places to take once another team controls it.
They were
So
just
people
bringing them back over and over again.
Yeah, they were just using it as like their mobile respawn point, kind of, and it was just becoming a pain in the ass. And I want this game. This game's a squad-based game. We don't want Rambo players. We want players to stay with their squads, and we're hoping that the no bleed out will keep people together.
So your methodology with that is you're treating this more as a field problem. You're adding more complicated things so people have to work together. Otherwise, you can't get very far in the field is kind of where you're coming from with that.
Yeah, I mean, I just want, like, every year we have, obviously every game has problems. And if it becomes like a multiple problem thing with my rules, even though I think the rule's perfect, I got to like relook at it, rethink it, and say, what can I do to make this better so people don't complain about this or people don't do this? And
so speaking
sort of
of
working
that,
out.
do you play your own games or you step back from that? So how are you getting that feedback to make those decisions?
I don't play at all at my own games. There definitely would be no time to do that. I don't know how actually some of these producers play in their games. It would be impossible for me, but I just take the feedback from the guys. I mean, a lot of my team plays in it, and a lot of other friends that I met over the years play in my games, and I just take their feedback and listen to what they're complaining about or what they have to say, you know?
Cool.
Oh, did I just see...
Levi joined us, by the way.
What up?
Yeah, Levi joined us.
So both Loadout Battle participants are in the chat.
Are they talking trash to each other?
No.
Hold on.
So
I'd like to
Dylan
ask
Frederick and Levi Lacrone are in the chat.
Let's ask both of them to plead their case right now. Plead your case to the chat on why you should win.
Who should you vote for?
Who should you vote for? Each of you can plead your case right now.
Somebody's actually saying there is going to be something new at this weekend's event. Tan is going to win.
Has Tan never won before?
That's what the comment is.
Actually, the green team never won until last year. Actually, Angel Rodriguez is actually the commander. He's in the chat right now. He was the first commander ever to win for the Federation team.
I was about to say,
event.
if he's a losing commander for a long time, you might want to consider some personnel changes. I'm just saying.
No,
I'm just saying.
Last year, what happened is the commander that was supposed to come last year, he had a family emergency the day before the game, and he was coming from Canada, and he couldn't make it. So Angel stepped in like an hour before the game started and commanded the team and won the game.
No disrespect to Angel. I don't know him. I just was more telling a joke, man.
No. Well, I'm just letting you know.
I was just teasing. So you have two separate businesses. Well, actually three. Let me get this straight. Jackal Tactical, World Milsim, and
Armed Adrenaline.
Armed Adrenaline.
Which sounds like a steampunk band.
Yeah, or America's Army, AA. American Airlines, AA Incorporated. Or Alcoholics Anonymous, which also would work with Airsoft. So why do you keep them separate? Is this, just to have different worlds you're operating in? You don't like to cross-pollinate? Like, what's your reasoning behind having different business names across the thing?
Well, the reason Otherworld was separate was originally I started that with 3 other business partners. And after the first year, like I said, we had some the numbers weren't what people expected and stuff like that. They sort of fell out, and their home lives became too busy to handle it. So I just pretty much kept Otherworld after they left.
Okay, so this was all to fill in the background. If anybody didn't understand, you didn't have the money to start 3 businesses yourself, so you had partners in the past. Is that what you're saying?
No, not necessarily. I just had friends in the second one, but yeah.
I'm teasing you, man.
No.
Okay, so I'm going to stop typing this because...
What are you doing?
No, okay, so this is for Travis Warholic.
Okay.
So down below, I got to change cameras. So Travis, down below, there's the chat box. Then to the right of that, you have the thumb, the heart, or whatever. Next to the thumb button is a purple circle with 3 vertical lines. You tap that, the poll comes up from your mobile device, and you vote. One or the other.
Maybe that should be our next Gear Guide video.
That should be
how
our
to
next
use Facebook live polling. Where to click. We could do like 5 minutes on
see,
that.
there it is. There's the
There's
the reason to throw out the loadout battle again. There it is.
So while we're looking at these 2 beautiful sets of kit right here, okay, hold on. I'm lost in our script real quick. Give me a sec.
We don't have a script. We're off script.
Shh.
So
Stop lying to the fans.
So okay, we've talked about Night Sky 3 this weekend. Okay, what other events do you have planned out for the rest of 2019?
Yeah, what can we look forward to?
Honestly, this is it for the rest of 2019.
So this better be
So,
good.
so is this the only one you do? You only do one a year, or do you do?
No, this is actually my second one this year. I had Operation Downfall, which was back at the end of April. That's a different style of game.
Okay, so fill us in. What's the difference between the two?
The Operation Downfall is more of just a big force-on-force style game. It ain't really squad-based or anything, and we accept 12 and older for that game instead of 16 and older for like the Milsim style game. It's just capture objective for 8 hours straight on Saturday, 4 hours on Sunday.
So the first one's like a big-ass skirmish, and the second one's something you have to work together for.
Correct.
Awesome. I'd be down for a big-ass skirmish. I like big skirmishes. They're fun.
So why does it say voting has ended? I didn't end.
Did you end the voting?
I did not end the
I don't
voting.
know. All right, while we're having technical problems, we're moving on.
What happened here?
So I kind of want to get more into game design a little bit. What are some things that stand out from how you run your game compared to other promoters that you've been to? Like, what is the appeal for an World Milsim game compared to going somewhere else?
I mean, it seems like a lot of games, like you go to them, it's like the same thing over and over and over again, where it's either just like you go and unlock these boxes or go flip this flag, but I add lots of missions in. We have missions that go on.
Talk us through one of those missions. Like, what's a typical fun mission you might be on in one of your events?
For instance, we have a mission that we do every year that I've actually been doing it since way before I even had World Milsim. We made we have a big car alarm that we usually put on like a castle or whatever, and we made a power box that powers it. So we do a mission where a team will have to find the power box, take it there, and set off the alarm to warn their allies that the enemy is coming.
So is that something that happens like in game, or is that like a pre-game mission, or is that like a work up before an attack type thing? Like if they don't get the box, the attack comes. If they get it, they get a chance to prepare. Like how does that?
Well, we pretty much I walk around the field the whole time, and when I see the commanders, I will give them an actual like dossier of a mission, and then they have to actually open it, read the mission, and then it's their job to give it out to their players.
Oh, okay. So this isn't fitting in so that like one of these things has to happen before something else. This is a organic thing to do while other stuff's going on type setup.
Yeah, there are a couple missions that the other team does have to complete before it can move on, but I have enough missions that no one will ever have to wait for a mission to happen. So
one of the things I always love is the last couple minutes of a big event. So how do you guys like to kind of orchestrate? How do you like to end out the night? And I'm not talking about raffles and giving out patches. I'm talking about like where you give everybody the same mission in the same house, and then both factions are drawn to the same like 50-meter square they have to go to, and so it ends up with a big fight. Do you guys have like a big fight at the end? Does it peter out? Like how do you like to end?
What normally happened, at least the last two Night Sky games, is it seemed like all the battling took place at the big castle in the middle, and we do like missile launches. We use like big fireworks to represent missile launches.
Oh, so that's cool.
Like command and stuff can actually destroy the castle or the city, and it's destroyed usually for 20 minutes. We use red smoke to represent that it's being destroyed, and so the end gets pretty crazy.
Whoa. Hold on, let me interrupt you there. So red smoke on your field represents like where an airstrike just happened, basically.
Correct.
That's pretty cool. I like that. Sorry, I had to continue. I just had to catch that right there. Cool. That's rad, man.
But it seems like both the commanders will wait till like the last hour and just start blowing everything up with every missile they have left. So it's like we're running like last year. I mean, we were running around nonstop. Red smoke this, red smoke the bridge, red smoke the fort, red smoke the
what's the procedure for airstriking something? Like, do they have to like get the grid coordinates and call it in, and there's a whole thing they have to do, and if they fuck it up, they hit their own guys, or is this like a just blow the bridge up for me? Like, how does that work?
Well, we have basically I made this like missile stand. It's like a 3-piece missile stand. One of the first missions in the game is to like set up your missile stand, and then they have missiles that they'll either find on the field or they'll get them with completing missions.
Oh, that's really cool.
So, and then we have a certain squad. It's called the Demolition Squad. They're the only squad that can transport the missiles and set the missiles up.
So kind of like you're playing like Command and Conquer, the commanders have to spend the first couple hours of the game collecting resources, essentially.
Correct. The commanders will not have communication with their team until they find their communication dish and set that up.
I like
where
that.
the
That's
coordinates
cool.
are.
So how do you stop them from communicating? Do they have to use runners, or how does that work?
Pretty much what we do is we just have a staff member with the commanders until that is set up.
And you just slap his hand every time he tries to touch his radio?
Pretty much.
Bad commander.
Pretty much.
Bad.
Yeah.
That's pretty rad, man. I like the idea of real world interactions in the game affecting how your team functions. Because in a lot of games I've been to, it's just about territory control. I mean, there's some fragos here and there, and they use fragos to drive people into confrontations, and stuff. But there's no real like if I set up this stupid camera somewhere, it doesn't affect the game in any way. It's just I set up a camera.
Oh, dude, real story. I loved it that when I was commanding a faction, we didn't use radios at all, and Woodcock was using radios, and we were just kicking his butt. I just loved it.
Which one was this?
This was the division event back in March at the hospital.
Oh, I really want to go to that hospital. Like I've been hearing about it for a while.
He's screaming into his phone right now as he's watching.
Is he screaming into his phone? Oh, he just texted me. He said, "You suck, kaiju." Oh, little bit of. Oh, who's Rickard Starstrom?
Yeah, Rickard he's flying to Copperhead from Europe, so he's checking into the hotel or into the airport.
Wait,
right
so
now.
he's like leaving this while we're doing the show.
Yes,
and we don't have to leave till next week. That's a long drive for him.
No, he's going by boat.
Oh, that's why. Hey, Rickard, come see me at Copperhead. Come say hi. I just want to give you a high five and some swag for all that travel. I know
he's a real Viking.
I know a patch doesn't make up for $6,000 in air travel, but it can help. So come see me. Come say hi. Oh, so
Oh my God. Okay, so let's look. So, Warholic is your vote button. Did your vote button work?
are we gonna have to explain how to use this to everybody?
No,
in the
I
chat?
don't. It's
Mine won't work either. My vote button.
Did you already vote though?
If you voted, it doesn't work anymore.
I did not.
Try it again.
Did you
I
accidentally
just
vote?
did. It's white. It ain't purple like you said it was supposed to be.
It's
No,
white.
it's
That's
white.
That's weird because I see the numbers changing.
Is the polls ended?
No, it hasn't ended.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, so if you have,
Still
can you
going.
throw that shit back up so everybody can see. Come one more time.
All right.
There we go. One last time, because we are running out of time. So if you haven't voted yet, you need to. On the right is, or sorry, my right, your left. Oh wait, is it the same right? Are we looking at the same screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my right and your right. Is Dylan Frederick, old Moose himself from the Northeast, and on the left side is Levi's setup, Mr. Airsoft Bandit, who you can't find on Instagram. So if you can't, he just doesn't have that account anymore. Don't worry. But yeah,
he
get your votes
exists.
in. He exists. He's a real person. We guarantee. It is not actually my kit that I've given a new name to. Or is it? Anyway, get your votes in. Almost out of time. Oh, excuse me. Covered that. Covered that. All right, screw it. I'm going off.
Well, yeah.
I don't like this. We covered all this stuff. So, what is your real passions? Tell me about your real love, not airsoft, Star Wars. How deep are you into this incredibly nerdy fandom that has stolen all our hearts?
And is it just you?
I mean, I was deep enough that I spent like $1,000 on a tattoo for Star Wars.
Oh, show it off. Show it off.
We
What
gotta
do
see
you got?
it.
What do you got?
We got to see it. Oh, a little bit higher. Oh.
That's a Vader? Oh, I was about to say, are you like a dark side guy? But then I saw Luke there, so it was okay.
I mean, you always love the dark side characters, but like, you sort of want the good guys to win. I mean, I don't know.
So here's
like
a
Rogue
question.
One, man. I was so upset when Rogue One, when everyone died. That like blew my mind away.
I'm going to make a controversial statement right here that Rogue One is the best Star Wars movie, period.
I think it's top 3, man. Top 3.
No, I'm giving it number 1. It has
Okay.
action, it has drama, has murder. I like murder a lot. No.
It's Felicity Jones.
Yeah, she's cute. So I'm going to ask the big question. Who shot first, sir? Han or Greedo?
Definitely Han.
Definitely Han. I can respect that.
Yeah.
Respect that. And then the final question that we all have to ask if you're a Star Wars guy. Jar Jar, opinions.
I mean, Jar Jar movies horrible. Jar Jar Clone Wars cartoon pretty awesome.
Ooh, that's an interesting opinion. I haven't heard that one yet. I've heard universal hate for Jar Jar.
Well,
The character's voice and everything wasn't so annoying in the cartoon. It was just like he did dumb shit, but so did other cartoon characters. So it sort of like fit the cartoon role, you know.
And what was hard is a lot of the fans lashed out to the actor playing Jar Jar Binks.
Who was the actor?
Oh, yeah.
Ahmed Best.
Oh, is it?
Best. Yeah, and he didn't deserve that. And when he came out at Star Wars Celebration in Chicago this year, it was a resounding standing ovation.
That was
Probably
awesome.
the longest standing ovation.
So
of
people
the whole con.
have accepted him back into.
Oh, yeah.
With love.
Yeah.
So
They did the same thing with the chick that plays Rose.
really, I didn't realize because I heard she got some hate, but I thought that was like
She got a lot of initial hate.
She got hate from a certain group of people. If you know
She
what I'm saying.
canceled like all of her social media accounts and
Oh,
everything
wow.
for like a year because she couldn't take it anymore.
So here's the question going back to Jar Jar. Besides that you like him or not, so are you a conspiracy theorist in the do you like fan theories in Star Wars universe? Or are you a purist?
I guess I'm more of a purist.
Okay, so have you heard the Jar Jar Sith theory yet?
I have heard.
What's
heard
your
that.
so do you know this?
What?
So there's a theory going around right now, or it's been going around for a couple years in the Star Wars fandom, and that is that Jar Jar is not actually a clown. He's actually a Sith Lord who's controlling the whole thing. Because look at everywhere that Jar Jar shows up, Palpatine follows or bad stuff follows, and he magically just shows up in all these situations. Like, why did he meet with the Jedi on Naboo? There's all these situations, but basically the running theory in a lot of respected Star Wars nerds is that he's secretly a Sith Lord. So what's your opinion on that?
Nah, I think the fans would be pretty pissed off if that was the truth. So I don't think that's going to happen.
No? Oh, I think it's some healthy.
No.
That's some healthy awfulness right there.
Oh, Devin Pedley has a question. Who is Paul's favorite Star Wars
Ooh,
character?
good one.
Oh man, that's tough. Movies. I gotta say Darth Vader. I mean, it's everyone.
It's not
I mean,
a controversial answer, but it's a good one. I'll give it
It's
that.
yeah.
Have
I'd
you-
say cartoons though. Captain Rex has to be my favorite.
Now,
in
do you
cartoon.
separate
Okay,
Anakin
Captain
and
Rex,
Darth
which
Vader?
one?
Sorry.
You have to be specific, and you know why I'm asking.
Clone Wars Rex?
Clone Wars Rex. Okay,
Are you talking about like Rebels Rex when he's old and
right. Yeah.
you don't like that
I
guy?
mean that's cool,
What's wrong with him?
but
I'm just asking.
No, I'm just asking him which
Oh,
one.
okay.
Yeah, because you have to be
Yeah.
specific.
I'm just checking.
Yeah.
other than Vader though, I mean it's really close second with Darth Maul.
Have you read the Vader Chronicles?
I don't like to read, to be honest with you.
There you go. That's my
I don't
okay.
realize.
Fist bump right there. Yeah,
You guys are all fucking Luddites. All of you.
dude. Reading is
Reading
I
is
just
cool.
watch stuff, man.
Well, actually, the cool thing now is Audible. If you don't want to read all the Star Wars books from the expanded universe, they're on Audible
Sure.
now, and you can listen to them while you drive, which is kind of rad. I've already read them. Little humble brag there.
so.
I already
What's
do.
your favorite Star Wars character?
My favorite Star Wars character? Ooh, that's a tough one because, and you're gonna yell at me for this, but Admiral Piet.
Porkins.
What?
Admiral Piet. Save the rebellion.
It's true.
You don't know who Admiral Piet is?
No, I do. I'm just like surprised you know the name.
That's a
Save the
fucking-
rebellion. He left hyperspace too close to Haas, which left them in range of the ion cannon, which meant that they could drop the shields and escort the GR-75, like that drop in there. GR-75 transports out. 2 fighters to each transport.
But you got to admit, though, now she's not my favorite.
Okay.
But Admiral Holdo jumping the light speed
all right.
through the Imperial cruiser.
That was a boss move, but let me give you my little diatribe about Holdo.
Oh my gosh!
Because
Here we
they
go, Paul. Here we
they
go.
had a mutiny on the goddamn ship because she didn't share commander's intent with anybody. Basic officer shit right here. You have a briefing, you share commander's intent, you tell them what's up, and then everybody knows we're trying to make it safely to the planet, and you're gonna. And then second of all these droids in Star Wars. Why did she have to pilot it? Doesn't it have an autopilot? Like
Yeah,
my car
where
can
was
do that.
L-33?
Yeah, I know my
That's the
car can
same
do that
stuff that
shit.
rolls through my head all the time.
I know. I'm sorry, man. Like
So-
he opened a can of worms here that he was not prepared for.
So my favorite character is Chewie.
I can get down with that. I'm a Chewie guy too.
I mean, you've seen how many Chewie figures I have in my office.
I'm just a
Oh, wait.
I guess I'm a weirdo because I like
Chewie right here.
I like the weird characters because I
Bluetooth
grew up at a
speaker
time
Chewie.
when the movies were on like TBS and like on heavy rotation on like holidays. So I'm just too young to have seen them in the theater. So for me, my Star Wars, like my personal Star Wars universe, is all those books that came out in the early '90s. So like Heir to the Empire, all the Timothy Zahn books, the Thrawn trilogy, the Dark Empire trilogy, that was Star Wars that came out while I was still...
Dude, if you want to read a good Star Wars, read about Thrawn. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, Jeremy
The comic
Dobb.
series is awesome.
Yes.
Jeremy Dobb, he says Paul doesn't like to read because he likes pop-up books.
On the upside,
Dobby,
by the
that
way,
is correct.
Thrawn is still alive in canon, by the way, if anybody didn't know that.
Yes.
Yeah, they just announced that he's going to make a comeback at some point. He's alive.
And Master and Apprentice is a very good book.
It's a good one.
It is.
So what are your predictions for the new movie, man? Like,
Ooh,
who's going to end up being
episode
the
9.
ultimate bad guy? Who do you think?
Who do you think is the Skywalker that's going to rise?
I think Rey's going to be the bad guy.
I think it's just basically stating that what we all knew, that Rey is actually from that family. I think that's all it is.
Do you think Rey's going to stay light side? Because I have a distinct feeling Rey's going to the dark side.
What?
I think she's going to stay light side, but I think Kylo Ren is going to sacrifice himself at the end to save her.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Because the only reason I think Rey's going dark is, do you remember she was in the cavern?
No. But who else is a Skywalker? Ben Solo is a Skywalker.
Okay, that's true. But keep in mind...
He could turn gray.
Did you read the... have you read the information about the Skywalker name now? They've changed the canon on it. So it's not a family name. Skywalker is a title. It's for people who can navigate. Yeah, people who can navigate space outside of the universe. So, like, basically in the Star Wars universe, there's like the unknown regions.
So L-33 is basically a Skywalker.
Exactly. It's people who like all that outward bound stuff.
Paul's like, wait, yeah.
Yeah, we went way too into the nerddom there, way too deep. But I personally think she's going to go bad. I think, honestly, I think Palpatine's coming back. That's what I think.
I don't think we'll see Palpatine other than like a spirit. I think that's it.
I'm saying Dark Empire trilogy. That's what they're bringing back. This whole thing's a Dark Empire trilogy.
I just can't wait till November, signing up for Disney Plus to watch The Mandalorian.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh, and did you hear?
Oh,
Obi-Wan.
the
Obi-Wan on Netflix too. So it's
8
going to be
episodes.
super violent.
They're not going to. Disney Plus is not going to.
It's on Netflix. It's a Netflix show. It's going to be ultra violent. I guarantee.
That's fake news. I doubt it.
Yeah.
I doubt it. That's fake news.
Good. Prove me wrong. I dare you.
Okay.
Disney Plus wants your $8 a month.
Heck yeah. Keep your children happy.
Is that how much it costs? $8 a month? Mm-hmm. I got rid of cable because I thought streaming would be cheaper, but now I have 32 streaming services, so it's just as expensive.
Yeah.
Jesus Haro asks, has Paul built his own lightsaber or has he bought one?
Well, he traveled. What's the planet with the kyber crystals?
What?
What's the planet with the kyber crystals?
What do you mean, what's the plan?
With the planet.
The name.
The planet name.
Illum?
He traveled all the way to Illum, communed with the Force in the cave, harvested his crystal, and then did the rest himself. So he did not make the crystal. Did I get that right?
So do you own a saber?
I do. I built one myself at just the hilt. It ain't like electronic or anything. And then I bought a Vader saber.
Oh.
Vader saber sounds like the name of like a female grunge band from the mid-90s. What do you listen to? Vader saber.
So Paul, what would be your kyber crystal color?
I think we'll just stay pretty basic and go with blue.
He's a blue guy? I can respect that. Blue is the best color if Woody's still watching, not yellow. Yellow is the worst color. Blue is the best color.
Yellow is my
Woody.
son's favorite color. It's like what kid picks yellow as their favorite color?
I was just giving you the background behind that is Woody was a cavalry guy, and both of us were infantry guys. And in the Army, every kind of branch has its own color it's known for. So the infantry, we wear blue cords that signify what we are. And the cav guys, they have yellow flags as their guidon. So yellow is their color. So
It's because somebody pissed on their guidon.
and they're afraid and they ran away.
Yes.
Sorry, inside joke there.
Oh my goodness. So, hey, we're going to cut to a quick commercial break, and then we're going to come back and talk about events.
Oh, that's my favorite part of the show.
Yes, we're going to come back and talk about events.
It's almost like we have a subject matter expert on some of those events that's with us.
I
right
know.
now.
Do we have a guest that's actually an event host?
Could we do for the first time ever? Could we have a guest who's an event host announce their own event during the event section?
Well,
That's like Inception.
think the other World Milsim event is the very first event we're going to talk about. But
You better be
you'll
prepared.
see it right
Be
after
prepared.
this quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
So this is Gunfire, and you are watching Valken Debrief.
The shortest path to your target is always a straight line. Be sure to check out Valken's full line of highly polished precision BBs made in Taiwan. The Valken Accelerate Pro Match BB is available now at your local Valken authorized dealer. And we are back, the Valken Debrief Airsoft live show, episode number 92, and we have special guest.
Number one show in Airsoft ever.
Biggest,
number one. Biggest
budget.
Am I in the right camera?
Over there.
Number
there you
one.
go.
There you go. Number one. Don't
Biggest
look it
budget.
up. Biggest budget in Airsoft.
We got our special guest, Paul Whitman from Jackal Tactical, also from World Milsim,
And Adrenaline.
also from Armed Adrenaline.
Armed Adrenaline.
Dude, I feel like that movie with Antonio Barris. This is Paul, Abba, Jackal Tactical, Abba, World Milsim, Abba, Armed Adrenaline.
The one with who was with the Vikings.
13th Warrior?
Yeah, that has a great line. That's actually not the best line in that movie. The best one is where he gives him the Viking dude gives him a sword, and he picks it up. He's like, I can barely lift this, and he goes, so grow stronger. Love that line. Just fantastic line.
It's a good movie.
Oh, it's a great one. That got panned by the critics too. That's one of my favorite. Michael
That's why
Bay movies.
I never read critics.
Oh yeah.
So
All right, hold on. Let me scoot down to events real quick. Our script supervisor has not been doing his goddamn job. There we go.
there we go.
All right, bud. You know what the first one is? Why don't you start us off?
Otherworld Milsims, Night Sky 3 at EMR Event Park, New Milford, Pennsylvania.
We are.
EMR.
EMR.
Paul didn't do it. We are.
Sorry. EMR.
There you go.
So, can people still walk up and pay if they didn't pre-register?
Do you have on-site tickets?
We do not for this game. It's only pre-reg only.
Gotcha.
How are the numbers looking for this? How many people are you guys expecting this weekend?
Looks to be about 185.
Ooh, good numbers.
That's good.
Those are great numbers.
You know, there are some people out there in the Milsim world that think 200 is not enough, and I think
Too much.
I think 200 is the sweet spot.
Here's the better
400
question. Can you get
is
more,
too much.
I don't know anybody who can get more than 200 people to show up to something. I can't get 10 people to show up to something. So getting 200, that's pretty impressive, to say the least.
Well, you got to spend more of those exposure bucks, homie.
What are the exposure bucks?
Oh,
Is that where I email people and ask
We'll
for their
do-
goods and services,
we'll
and then I'll
do
say
it-
they'll get good exposure if they do it without me paying? Is that what that?
yeah,
So that is.
That's exactly what that is.
Do I need to start calling around and be like, I have a TV show. You should give me shit for free. Should I start doing that, or is that not okay? Coming up after that, boys and girls, it is Cobra versus Joe.
That was good.
Did I get that? Was that with perfect
Yep.
volume? Didn't
Yep.
pop? Okay. August 25th, Midwest region, Cobra Airsoft Legion event at the famous Blast Camp, Paintball and Airsoft in Hobart, Indiana.
Decommissioned Nike missile base.
Oh, that's right. It is. Oh, is that? I saw some pictures of that this weekend. I'm a little jealous. That's cool. They got all kinds of cool building. If that was my weekend field, I would not have any local life at all. That's
Paul,
rad.
what is your bucket list type of location you want to play airsoft at?
That I want to play at. I think I've already played. Oh, I know. About an aircraft carrier. They're pretty awesome.
Oh, aircraft carrier.
That would be cool. There's a couple good ones. There's like the Intrepid in New York, but that would never fly because that's right in New York Harbor. There's the Constitution. Is that the one that's in Charleston? Or the?
I don't know ships, dude.
You got to get on ships.
I'm not a seaman.
I grew up in a Navy family, so it happens. Sorry.
So you're a seaman.
I'm a baby seaman.
Okay.
What's long and hard and full of semen? Submarine. Submarine service. 100 men go down. 50
my
couples
goodness.
come up. Hey-o. I can do these for days. All right, so we'll scoot ahead. All right, after Cobra versus Joe, I don't even know why I'm announcing it. Copperhead 5. If you don't have tickets, you suck.
It's sold out.
It's sold out. It's been sold out. They opened up more tickets. It's sold out again. They opened up more tickets. It's sold out again. So if you're not there, you have no excuses. I think Copperhead, it's not on my bucket list because I've been there like 6 times, but it's definitely my favorite place to play airsoft.
This is only Copperhead 5. You can't say you've been there 6.
I said like. I was exaggerating.
Oh, okay.
I was doing. There's a word there. My vocabulary isn't big enough for that. I was going to say superfluous, but it's some way of talking overzealous.
If you're watching and you want your events on the show and shared throughout our network,
easy.
What do you do? What do they do?
Oh, you just send us an invite
to the Facebook event link.
The Facebook event link. It's not hard. We'll do the rest.
If you make us a co-host, guess what? It shows up as an event on our calendar of events as well.
Would you say that it's a debrief event?
Yes.
A debrief event?
Debrief event.
An event where you were debriefed?
Debriefs.
So yeah, Copperhead 5 plays New Mexico. It's cool. There's a million videos out there. If you don't know what it is, go watch one. Put it on your schedule for next year. Otherwise, you suck. Yeah. That's it. Also, if you happen to be playing COS down there, you will be getting combat controlled from this pair. High five.
See how we followed the elbow?
I want to point out, that was zero rehearsal.
Yeah,
we natural. We're too busy doing sound checks.
Right there.
Yep, right here.
We're right
here.
There.
Here. Wait.
Up.
Sorry. Here.
Above waist.
Sorry. I was going from the heart. Why do you make everything sexual? Why is everything sexual with you? All right, after that, Surge on the Steppes, August 30th to September 1st, Pacific region. It's going to be Milsim West. You're going up for that, aren't you?
Nope.
It's next Milsim West you're going to.
Nope.
I thought you were going to Milsim West.
No.
Oh,
this one's sold out.
Oh, wait, no. I keep thinking
not sold out. Ticket sales are closed.
I keep thinking Full to Gaps Milsim West because it sounds like one of their names. That's what I keep thinking.
True, because Milsim West does use historical
exercises,
scenarios.
So yeah, that's my bad, guys. Sorry. Milsim West, that's the full immersion guys.
Yeah, and if you didn't get tickets for this, you're SOL because they close ticket sales.
If you want to go to an event where you do get full immersion. You dig your own hole. They hand you some BBs at the start of the event. If you don't have a platoon sergeant that's got his shit together, you're not getting food and water.
No.
So if you want that full experience, go for it.
Paul, what is the craziest question you have ever got of somebody attending an other World Milsim event that just kind of made you scratch your head?
Man. We had a guy the one year that wanted to know if he could carry around his real 3-foot knife that he had.
Wow.
It was humongous.
Do you guys have every so many events? I've noticed this shows up. There's always one guy in the briefing who's brought some obnoxiously large airsoft gun with him, and then he carries it around the entire time. Have you noticed that? There's always some guy with a Barrett or a M2 Mod Deuce that he's humping around. And then he shows up, he carries it everywhere before the event. He goes to the safety briefing, and then you'll see this guy out in the field for 12 and a half seconds before he gets tired.
True story. Go ahead, Paul.
I was just saying, I love when people come to the rules that are 3 hours before the game, and they're already in completely full kits, carrying their gun and everything.
Oh, yeah.
3 hours yet. It's
you don't have 3 hours of standing in the sun to look forward to.
Well, it's like AMS. They actually tell you, go to formation. You don't need your kit on. You will have time after formation.
Everybody shows up
to put it on and then move out. So, true story. The first airsoft raffle I ever won. I won the red gas powered 8mm Barrett back in 2004.
I'm guessing that went right to Craigslist when you came home.
I sold that for, and it bought me 2 Classic Army Armor Lights, my first metal.
Wow.
AEGs. And well, it sucked because
was it at least gas powered? Or did you have to shoulder that motherfucker?
No, it was gas powered. Red gas. It was powered by red gas. Real red gas.
I'm sure I heard that if I was listening to the beginning of the description, but apparently I wasn't.
But the hop up, it went left and right, not up and down. But because it was 8mm, you could literally see it coming at you, and you're just like, oh, I can dodge this. Nope.
So that raises a question.
Bitch.
Do you guys allow any 8mm guns at your games, or is it 6mm only, or you didn't have to worry about that?
This year was the first year I had someone question me about using 8mm, and I said that I never had to mess with that before. But with that being said, he changed his mind. He's not using it. So,
well, I assume you could chrono it just like everything else. You just have to do different math. You just have to figure out how heavy it is compared to, it's the same. Yeah, you guys use FPS or joules?
We use FPS.
Okay.
We just do a breakdown in the joules for HPA.
Because it seems
gas
that a
gun.
lot of places are going to actual joule measurement. So they use your BBs at your gun instead of like doing the 2.0 and then figure out the math on that.
Yeah.
So I figure it'd just be, if you're doing joule already, it's just another math problem. You just add another half gram to the BB or whatever. Of course, that would require doing math. So that's...
It's something I'm definitely got to research a little bit for my next year. So,
So hopefully we peaked something in your brain so that you can pay attention to it. All right, coming up next, Operation Battlefront, August 30th to September 1st. This is the Northeast region. Ghost Dog. That was a good movie with Forrest Whitaker. Did you ever see that?
No.
He was like the ghetto samurai. Like he was like the samurai ninja guy in the ghetto who killed all these like gangsters and stuff. He was a
I
badass.
boycott Forrest Whitaker.
Oh, I love Forrest Whitaker. He's a great guy. You don't like Forrest Whitaker?
Only because you love him so much.
Ah, fuck you. Are you?
he had every cop.
Yeah, Ghost Dog Productions, Cousins Airsoft, and Calverton. Do you know these guys? I don't know.
Yeah, I know Joe.
What's Ghost Dog about?
Dude, do you realize you've asked me that same question the past 4 weeks in a row?
There's a script. I'm following it.
They are Milsim Light.
Okay, Milsim Light.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, someone could have not watched the show last week.
Joe's been in the industry a while. He used to work over at Strikeforce Sports.
Okay.
In Northeast region.
So
Joe.
he's got some pedigree.
I can never pronounce his last name right. Felicia. Paul, you know who I'm talking about?
I do not. Sorry.
It's like Joe. Felicia. I can never pronounce it.
Bye, Felicia?
No, it's like capital D, little E, capital F, E-L,
And then a lot of consonants behind that.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm not going to try that.
I know.
Like, you pissed off enough people trying to pronounce it already. I'm not even going to touch that can of worms.
Long live Faluda.
So, yeah, Ghost Dog is putting on a good one. They got pedigree. Go say what's up. Coming up after that, War Game Oklahoma. Waiting for graphics. Are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
September 13th to the 15th, Midwest region. This is a cursed fucking thing. I can't say this right every single time. It's a different part. Midwest region Mud Crab. Damn it, I was going to screw it up on purpose.
I know, right?
Milsim event at D-Day Adventureport Wyandotte. Yeah, guys, D-Day, it's kind of like, I don't know, the Hall of Fame for airsoft events in a lot of ways.
If people stop going to D-Day, D-Day will shut down.
Yeah.
You never want a field to shut down.
If nothing else, you need to check out D-Day because it's just such a huge part of airsoft history. Just to say you were at D-Day at some point. I'm just going to say it. Great place. They got all kinds of tanks and shit there. It's rad. Coming up after that, Operation Irene. Motherfucking Irene. For those of you who saw the movie. September 20th to the 22nd, Southern Region Lion Claws Guardian Center in Camp Perry, Georgia. Excuse me, not Camp Perry. Camp Perry is in Ohio.
Yes.
If you guys don't know, Camp Perry is where the national 3-gun competition happens. Also, the National Service Rifle competition. It's a cool place. Completely different, not in Georgia. Yeah, this is going to be the last Op Irene, led by the famous Danny McKnight and his opponent. I'm always Mad Dog. I forgot his last name.
Mad Max
Mullen.
Mullen.
Mad Max Mullen.
Yeah, Master Sergeant.
I will be playing Tan. What are you going to be playing? Are you meeting it up, or what are you doing?
I'm a in-game combat camera.
Okay.
Yeah.
So come check us out. I'll be hanging out with Cerberus. I've heard they've graciously offered me to roll with them. I haven't confirmed that with them yet, so I'm a little worried.
Oh, you're in charge of the squad.
I think you're screwing with me at this point. I think you're just going to send me over to a random group of assholes in line and be like, oh yeah, you're rolling with them, dude. I totally know them, and then just run away and abandon me for the weekend. I feel it coming.
So, Paul, you got to include us in Night Sky next year. Just saying.
Okay.
I want to come out and hang out. Where's it again?
Do it.
Oh yeah, it's at EMR.
It's at EMR.
Yep.
Oh, you know what I can take you to go do? We can go eat at Club 36. It's Jerome Bettis' restaurant, Pittsburgh, on the way. It's a good place.
That's a good place.
Yeah,
Dude,
it's a good
Pittsburgh
place.
is not going to be on the way.
It can be on the way. It's on the western side of the state. We have to go past it.
You think we're driving to Pennsylvania from here? You
Why
crazy.
not?
You
Okay,
cray-cray.
why not? Jeez.
You cray-cray.
I'm adventurous, man. I keep telling him. After that, the 3-year Rockiversary, DEF CON 2. 21st and 22nd of next month. That's the Midwest region. So Go Airsoft is holding this event at the legendary Rock. That's in a quarry. It's
Rock
cool.
Quarry.
It looks like something out of a bad 80s sci-fi film. And that's very
Really,
cool.
I kind of translate it to Transformers 2.
I can see that.
Even though they were pyramids, they were in a rock
I
quarry.
was more thinking like, what was that Patrick Swayze movie where he defended the water and he was like a soldier in the desert and it was like a post-apocalyptic movie. It was terrible. Did you ever see it?
Mm-hmm.
It was all over TBS for a while. I'll look it up. But that
Not Universal Soldier.
no. This was like
Or The Soldier.
This was like 1983.
Okay.
And he had this like terrible hair and this like dildo looking sword and everything. It was weird.
Was that Waterworld?
No, it was in desert, so it was the opposite. It was
I
Desert
love
World.
Waterworld.
Oh, don't get me started on Waterworld, man. Oh, what a terrible movie. So yeah, check them out. The Rock is a rad place, and 3-year anniversary is nothing to sneeze about in this sport. Coming up after that, Operation Rawhide. ... Lone Rider. 27th and to the 29th next month, Midwest region at the Boneyard. This is Boneyard Airsoft running it. It's at the Rawhide Ranch. If you want to get your Red Dead Redemption on, this is your spot.
That's right.
Coming up after that, we got Rumble in the Jungle. And then after that, the Thrilla in Manila. And there's something else. I don't remember.
Yeah, people
all of
don't.
them.
They probably don't.
We have
Kids
no
are
box.
young.
We have no boxing fans here. No.
No.
Oh, those are all Muhammad Ali fights, by the way. If you didn't know, and if you didn't know that, you suck. 27th, 29th Northeast region at
EMR.
There you go.
Paul, what is your favorite spot on EMR Event Park?
Is it the Giant Castle, the biggest one in America?
Honestly, I like the pine trees.
Yes,
and
the
trees.
pines.
I don't know what you guys are talking
No,
about.
the pines are. It's creepy. So
It's like Mortal Kombat from the Mortal Kombat movie when Scorpion fights.
So
Johnny
like it's
Cage.
like the Blair Witch Airsoft project.
yeah, so it's very different looking from everywhere else. So you've got things that look like jungle, things that just look like normal northeast forest. You got things that are just out in the open. The pines, there's no foliage on the ground because it's nothing but pine needles. Oh. And you're under like triple canopy.
So it looks like
pine trees.
Scotland almost, like northern, like the Highlands of Scotland,
Oh,
where there's
dude.
just like intense cover and then no cover from like a foot
It could
above
be
your head to the ground.
complete blue skies, and under there, it's very dim.
That's cool.
Oh,
I get
it's-
down with that. So
it's
actually, they
creepy.
shouldn't call it pines. They should call it Endor.
Indoor.
Yeah, man, that'd be a cool name.
No, it doesn't look like indoor.
Trees aren't big enough.
No, it's just the canopy is just so much lower.
I've been thinking about this lately, but there's all these cool areas in a lot of parks. You know what no one has done yet? I want to see a trailer park play area.
Oh.
Yeah,
We have one.
do you?
At Ambush Adventure Park, they have an area that's 10 double wide trailers.
Ooh, does it
all
come
like
with like beat up trucks and angry dogs and stuff and meth heads?
No, no
okay.
meth heads or anything, but there's a couple trucks and stuff in there though.
That sounds cool. I want to check that. I've always liked the whole idea of like playing in a I want fields that are old stuff, and we don't have any of those here, and it kind of makes me sad.
There is one, me and A-Train stopped at, I want to say it was South Carolina. They had boat hinge on their field.
Boat hinge?
Like Stonehenge? But
with boats?
All these boats they took backhoes, dug these big holes, put the butt end of the boat
You get pictures?
in.
Tell me you got pictures.
Yeah,
Okay, just making sure.
into the ground, and so it's creepy. You have it was like a big tornado or hurricane dropped all these boats,
Or like they're growing a field of like fishing boats.
no, not because it's in a forest. You're like, how did these boats get here?
That's cool. I'm down with that. I need to get out more. So yeah, where the hell was I? Lion Claws. Yeah.
Tactical challenge.
Yeah, this is a tactical challenge. September 28th, Pacific region. It's invite only. I guess the advice would be if you're not invited, try to get invited for next year. This is the one at the plane graveyard, right?
Yep, Edwards
Okay.
Air Force
So
Base.
you're doing the plane graveyard?
747. You actually you need to be on a manufacturer's team.
Is there a team that maybe your manufacturer might be sending out there at some point? Do you have a team?
Yes,
going?
we do have a team. They're called the Disposable Heroes.
How many times have they won it all?
Yes, they have won. They won Tactical Challenge back in March.
So this would be sweep for the year if they win again.
Yes. Oh, they got a
Ooh.
target on their back.
Ooh, laying that shit down. Little
Oh yeah.
little challenge for you,
Oh
Disposable.
yeah. Andrew McLevin, Nate, Zobra, Eric Mason, all those guys from Disposable Heroes.
I'm gonna say if they win again, they get a round on me. Of
Oh.
tasty cocktails. Is that enough?
Oh yeah.
Enough inspiration for you boys? Make it happen. Anyway, now, this is not Milsim West. Fulda Gap.
Faluda,
Faluda Gap.
just for you, Gus Dosey.
October 11th to the 13th Appalachian Region, Command Decisions Wargaming Event Center. God damn, that's a long name. And Taylorsville, North Carolina. You're going to be there, right?
Yes, I just got my tickets.
And what are you going to be doing there? You're going to be shooting people? You're going to be shooting pictures?
So I'm going to be doing media. You'll find me in the Stampede Airsoft booth with Shelly and Troy Faust. They have a Stampede down in Port Richey, Florida. So they're driving up to North Carolina. They set up about 4 tents.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a big thing. So
there's like the kitchen tent, there's the bedroom tent, there's like the rumpus room. Is that how that works?
So,
God damn it.
Yeah, you just hit the button. Hit the button.
What button?
Far right one.
Oh.
There you go.
Okay. I think I just turned it off after it came back.
Okay, turn it back on. So I'm going to be out there doing media, and I will be running around, running in multicam with full scenario paintball.
Wait. You said paintball.
Yeah, full scenario paintball is playing.
But this is airsoft.
Airsoft, yes.
Are you teasing them, making them a little BB curious?
No.
Okay.
They actually. So Ferg, who owns Command Decisions, he actually does a really great thing because he does Fold the Gap Airsoft scenario event weekend, and then November 1st
and
through
then
the
just
3rd,
repeats it?
He does it for paintball.
Oh.
But in order to get the staff, so for the airsoft event, he goes to the paintballers like, hey, those of you guys that run your tanks, your Nerf tanks at the event or will ref the airsoft event, he gives them, return, like, hey, free admission and a case of paint for the paintball weekend. And then, and vice versa. So he asked the airsoft people to come.
And staff is paintball. That's some nice cross-pollination.
That
I
is.
Respect that.
That is.
And
So
that dispels some of the myths between
I might be at
airsoft
Paul
and
Gap.
paintball.
Oh, nice. Ooh. Nice.
Who will you be playing for?
Rob Pierce wants me to come vend. He's been
No,
on
we don't say that name. That's like saying Voldemort. We say Andy Potter.
Yeah, and I'm surprised Andy didn't say anything about him being my favorite rep. So.
Well, Andy was in here. You saw him.
I did see him.
So
coming up after that, we got. Oh, this is. I don't know. I can't confirm this. I know half of the team is going to be up at this event. I might be there. Fingers crossed.
We'll see.
Airsoft Con 2019, October 19th, Pacific Region, at the famous EVIC headquarters in Alhambra, California. Now, I want you guys to remember, there is no airsoft played at Airsoft Con. I know it's a disappointment. In the same way that you
EVIC's annual anniversary event.
Yeah, you can't, just like you can't go to SHOT Show and shoot guns in the hall.
But there is a shooting competition.
Is there?
A timed shooting competition, and they will have the 2v2 competition.
What's this? Is it force on force 2v2? I
So check this out,
my
Paul.
interest.
So what they do, it looks like a Russian helmet with a face protective shield that has electronics and a cable that go to your plate carrier. And there's sensors, there's hard plates on it, right? So, and then you put a Bluetooth wireless, it looks like a little mini suppressor on the end that's got a hole in the bottom. So, and it's tied to the system. So what happens is when they say go, it's 2 versus 2, and you run in and you try to take the other people out. What happens is if your helmet gets hit, if the front of the plate gets hit or the back of the plate gets hit, a red light appears in your visor.
And you're dead.
It sends a signal to your gun, and it blocks off the barrel, and then your BBs just fall out the hole in the bottom.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
So they can still keep shooting, but they can't overshoot. Their gun will not throw BBs. Once both teammates are red,
Is this competition open to everybody?
Yep, it's open to
Anybody sign
anybody.
up?
Yep.
You think what I'm thinking?
Oh yeah, me and you can sweep it.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
But our biggest competition is going to be Dave Bax and Robo Murray.
Fuck them.
They're teaming up.
I have shot Robo so many times. He has zero.
And Dave is bigger than both of us.
That is true.
He's a tall dude. So
We're both squat guys, and we can get behind stuff. And
Yeah.
we do have a little bit of an advantage when it comes to like staying in cover because we've been trained with real bullets.
Paul, do you ever get people suggesting some kind of
Love you, Robo, by the way.
competition type stuff for you to do, or has that ever come up?
We actually at Downfall, I have some electronic targets, and we do shooting competition at that game.
Cool.
Nice.
I like that.
But that's not part of the in-game scenario, right?
It's not. We do it Friday night, and then if there's any tiebreakers, we'll do it Saturday morning before the game.
So let me ask you a quick question. So, would this be a thing you could do? You have your electronic targets. You can set them up somewhere. What if one of your missions are you have to like go somewhere and shoot a bunch of targets in a certain amount of time, and that's how you complete the mission? You ever thought about doing something like that? That'd be really unique.
It's possible.
You know, you'd have to have a staff member standing there the whole time to like make sure no one cheats, but like you could set up like a little hidden range somewhere.
Well, here's the thing.
You know,
and Paul, your opinion on game design. Games should be puzzles. They don't necessarily need to be winnable, but my belief is they should not, whether you pass or fail that puzzle, should not determine whether you advance or not.
well, there's ways you can make it so that if you complete the puzzle, it makes your life easier. If you don't, if you complete the puzzle, it opens a door so you can get right to where you're going. If not, you have to walk the long way around. That's what I would use it for if I was designing a game personally.
What are your thoughts, Paul?
I mean, I usually do I try not to do a mission that's like impossible, but if it's one that they get to like a certain point, points are just worth less if they can't complete, but it doesn't stop the game from proceeding.
So,
it won't stop the team.
If you're
from doing
good
anything.
at missions, it makes your life easier. If you're bad at missions, it makes your life harder.
Correct. It could be worth like a half missile for your team or a full missile that they can use to blow up buildings.
That's my new way of that's my new unit of measure from now on.
Missiles,
Full
yes,
missiles
right.
from now on. Like,
That's right.
how many
Full or
missiles
half.
are you going to pay me for this weekend of work?
A plethora.
A plethora of missiles. All right, back to events. Do we have Starburst up yet?
We do.
Okay. Operation Starburst, October 18th and 20th, Southern Region. Third Coast. I've heard good things about Third Coast. I heard they're just do stupid fun shit. They've gotten really good event locations. If you haven't checked them out, they've only been around for about 2 years now, right? I think this is their second or third year.
No, they've been around a lot longer.
I just only heard about them recently.
Yeah,
apparently.
You live under a rock.
I live under a rock. They've been around a while. But anyway, I've heard a lot of good feedback from people saying that it's just a good hard game to play at, and you should check them out. I think they qualify as Milsim, not Milsim Light.
Yeah, they're Milsim.
They're full Milsim. So expect to have some uniform requirements, maybe some gun requirements. Finally, last one, La Contra, 25th and 27th, run by Centurion at Pitcher, Oklahoma. And this is a really cool location if you guys can make it, because this isn't... So Copperhead's at the living facilities for an old mining town, like where their houses and stuff was. This is actually where the mine was, and it looks crazy when you drive through it. If you come in the northern way to Broken Home, it's that
or
D-Day. Sorry, come in the northern way to D-Day. It's all those piles of tailings and broken down buildings. There's like buildings that are very recently abandoned, like in the last 5 years. There's gas stations. There's houses. It's just a creepy place to play. Like it just gets you in the feeling. And if you haven't seen the pictures, check it out. So. That's Centurion Milsim at Pitcher, Oklahoma, 25th, 27th.
Look, Justin Murray just joined the party, just tuning in. Paul's the best airsofter I know, and his games show his knowledge of airsoft. 10 for 10, always recommend.
High five.
Thanks,
Forward.
Justin.
Justin, you rock.
All right.
So I think we're coming towards the end of the show.
Yeah, this is your last chance. There's the loadout one last time.
Oh, I didn't vote yet, did I?
Place your votes. I voted.
Still can't vote.
Well, that's your technical
My
issue, not
button's
ours.
purple. So, all right. Yeah.
By the way, if you're wondering why Kaiju's making that face, I literally just crapped my pants. Like, it's running down my leg right now. It's so bad. This is awful.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. So,
I'm glad I'm here.
We are too.
here we go. It was very close. So you got 5 seconds to put in your vote.
I already voted.
Okay, good.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Wow. Dude, we are almost at 700 comments.
Are we?
Yep. So here we go. Closing the votes.
No, I'm just looking at the voting right now, and I'm shocked at what's going on.
So, here it is. Moose hangs on.
Dude.
55% to 45%.
This might win him the whole thing, because if everybody else gets knocked out, I mean, I would say he needs one more week to guarantee victory. Because 3 weeks in a row, that's impressive, man.
Oh, yeah.
But I want to point out
Dylan
that
won.
He's beaten people who have their gear laid out on the floor, and he has this lovely action shot of him walking out of the mist like a gorilla. So I think there's something to be said for aesthetics when it comes to taking your picture and what picture you choose.
Yeah.
But high five, Mr. Moose. Am I over here? Rear?
Yep.
Which camera? Side camera?
Side
high five,
camera.
Mr. Moose. You rock. 2 in a row. Currently holding the record for wins in the Valken Debrief Airsoft Battle.
Yes. Oh, yeah, he's
a record holder.
He's a back-to-back winner right now.
Back to back. One more week, and you can have the hat trick, sir.
So Paul, your vote also won. Your pick won.
Yeah.
Are you exposing who he voted for? I thought
He
this was
said who he
anonymous.
voted for.
I did say who I'd vote for.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Atticus Guerrero from Centurion Milsim. I'm pretty sure Guerrero. Dude, he's one of the hot. We've had Colonel Verduga from Centurion on the show.
Yeah.
We might have to get Guerrero on the show.
Before you continue, I have to acknowledge the chat right now. There's some controversy over this win.
Levi's like
Hashtag not my winner. Hashtag Russian hacks.
Hashtag collusion.
Hashtag collusion. Russia did not rig our vote. Niet. Niet.
No.
Niet. Niet. Wait, well,
Sony
no?
rigged our votes.
Sony.
Blame it on Sony.
Who's the current bad guy in Airsoft? Is there one evil empire in Airsoft that everybody can blame it on? Is it us?
What?
Are we the evil empire here on this show? By asking that, do I not know that we are the evil empire? Because I was going to pin it on one bad guy.
I don't know.
I don't know. The Russians are too easy. Most Russians I met are friendly and drunk. I don't know how they can do it. I don't know how they can affect anything.
Oh my goodness. So, Paul, thank you so very much for joining us this
dude,
evening.
for real, you rock, man.
And
No problem.
we broke 50. Remember? So we have to give away a grenade.
I said that 45 minutes ago.
So, AI 2.5 just sent me a private message with the winner
Who is it?
of the Airsoft
Who is it?
Innovations.
Wait, do we have to spin the wheel real quick?
No.
Spin the wheel? No. Wait, pretend to spin the wheel?
But then you would have to make the sound effects.
I'm more of a Price is Right guy. So
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
So, the winner of an XL Burst from Airsoft Innovations is
Who is it?
Aaron James.
Whoa! Yeah. See, and that proves the more you comment, the more you win.
Yep.
Because if you guys don't know, we do this by how many every comment is an entry into the raffle. So every time you comment, hooks you up with one more entry. Just remember that.
Heck yeah. So congratulations.
You don't know, you can't win.
Aaron for winning.
Is it AA Ron or Hey Aaron?
So if you are a member of the Valken Alliance, just DM me with the name that you were registered. If not, head on over to valkenalliance.com, click on the join button, fill out your information so I know where to ship it to and the correct information. So
we know where you
if it doesn't get to you because of a screwed up email or mailing address, that's because you filled it out wrong. So just
Are you blaming him preemptively?
yes, preemptively.
Preemptively blaming him.
So
Just pushing that buck right off the bat.
yeah. So and Kaduku, bro, I'm late. Bitter end in the house. Yes, you're late to the party.
See, but it's okay. Wait, he's not late to the party because we'll be soon back up on SoundCloud,
Yes,
Instagram TV. This is
So-
a perfect
so if
segue. You like that
if you
segue?
just-
you like that?
If you missed the show, check out our YouTube channel, Valken Airsoft. Tomorrow we'll put the full video back up.
Noonish.
Okay, or SoundCloud if you just want to listen to the podcast version because this show 1 hour 55 minutes. So
That's like 12 bathroom breaks.
yeah,
If I do the math
something
right.
like that.
Yeah. It's like 12 peas and maybe like 3 poops.
Yep.
So
unless you're like Peltest and you only need 1 poop.
I'm like a snake. I actually eat all my food for the day in one big gulp at the beginning of the day, and then I just drop like an owl-shaped turd out like every 3 weeks.
So thank you for Enola Gays being one of our sponsors. Check them out. All your pyrotechnic needs at enolagay.com. And Paul from
Otherworld.
ABBA,
One. Oh,
Jackal Tactical.
Jackal Tactical.
ABBA.
Well, let's try this again. So Paul
Paul
from Jackal Tactical. Now you do one.
from Otherworld Milsim.
And Armed Adrenaline.
Yes.
Did I get it right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. We're almost professional.
Which you will also find him at Star Wars Celebration Anaheim next August. Anaheim,
dressed
California.
as
Myself.
Then you're gone. You're never coming back now. See ya. We're done. I'm
So
done
no,
with you.
that's so him and his wife are going, and me and my wife are going. We're gonna.
But he doesn't
hang
have a
out.
costume. So how can you? Were you willing to be seen with him out of costume at the celebration event?
Dude, I don't
He doesn't
wear,
dress up every day.
and I don't dress up all day long.
I thought it was like a uniform you had to wear. I've never been to one of these. I don't know what's up.
Actually, conventions are the lowest restriction. It's like if you have a helmet based costume, you can actually take your helmet off
There's rules about this?
at a convention.
Oh.
But if it's at a Lucasfilms official event, like
you
Star Wars
can't-
night at your local football or basketball
You
team,
can't break kayfabe.
Oh, dude, you can't break for nothing.
Oh, okay.
Or it's you can't come back.
I actually saw, and I'll find this video for you. It was on Reddit. This little girl in her Rey costume.
Oh yeah.
Did you see that video?
Oh, that's going
with
it's
all
already
the
going
with all
viral.
the stormtroopers walking by, and then finally the grown up in the Rey costume
Yep, she
stops to give her a hug.
Her and Chewie.
I teared up a little bit, just a little. That was sweet as hell. You gotta love some of the heart that you see at these events, man. Just huge heart.
Yeah.
And Paul, you gonna dress up for Halloween?
I am not.
Is your boy?
Yeah, I don't know what the kids are doing yet for trick or treat or anything. I have to talk to the wife.
My son's almost like out of trick or treating. I'm kind of sad. The last time I took him trick or treating, I went as Michelle Duggar. Like complete with the jean dress, and I was super pregnant, and I found this wig that had
You
the
know
exact
who you
hair.
should go as this year?
Who?
11
11.
from Stranger Things.
Oh, I was actually
The
more
girl.
thinking female of the species.
Oh,
Should go as the boys.
Oh no, female of the species, my friend.
the boys
We should go as the boys.
from Amazon Prime.
We could
Video.
do that. That would be rad. I call Billy Butcher though.
I just started watching that show. It's pretty awesome.
It is.
Yeah,
it is
just
pretty awesome.
actually, when we get done right here, fuck your event this week. Just go finish watching it because it's that good. The ending will blow your fucking mind.
And
I can't wait.
You know, long live Grey Turtle Squadron. We're gonna make T-shirts.
They're definitely a Y-wing squadron.
T-
Definitely,
T-
that's
T-
definitely a Y-wing squadron.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a
The Y-wing's the slowest fighter.
true.
You know what I love about doing this show,
Yeah,
guys?
but tortoise and a hare, man.
Is every time we do one of the episodes, he'll try and bust me out on some Star Wars and be like, ooh. And then I'll get like, oh, really? Because an X-Wing's slower than a Y-Wing and the A-Wing's faster than both. But it's even faster when you strip the shields off, like after Endor. And I do one of those, and he gives me this look like, what the fuck?
All right.
Every episode I get to do it. It's great.
So it's 10 p.m. where Paul is right now, and he's got to get up and get all his stuff and leave at 8 a.m. for Night Sky 3 at EMR. So
Give some love to your family for us. We appreciate your time.
We
Thank
do.
you so much for being with us, buddy.
Hey, thank you guys. It was awesome.
And
Thank
good
you
luck.
for-
Good luck this weekend, buddy.
thank you for everything you do.
See you guys.
All right. Take care, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Did we do all the bumpers?
Episode
Okay.
93.
93. I'll come up with a good one for 93.
No. 93 is Will Pace from Black Ops Airsoft.
No, I meant like a good
Oh.
association for the number 93.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying here. Like,
Gotcha.
You guys know what I'm doing. He doesn't.
All right, everyone. Take care. Have a good night.
See you. Be safe.
But there's only one guaranteed way you can have peace, and you can have it in the next second. Surrender.
I didn't think you had it in you.
I'm your huckleberry.
We will not go quietly into the night.
It is your killer instinct which must be harnessed if you expect to survive in combat.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward.
They will be met with fire and fury like the world has never seen.
Remember this day, man, or it will be yours for all time.
What keeps you awake at night?
Nothing. I keep other people awake at night.